Guys, aloha, 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 aloha. It's your boy here, Double H. Now, don't be worried here. 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 He copied me, by the way. Okay, so he copied me, by the way. So weird coincidence. Okay, so look, so guys, so this is so it's a live show. We're going to be talking about my goats. Chris, the greatest football player of all time, and this is Operation Find Chris the Team. So, guys, people streets, I need hashtag Find Chris the Team. Find Chris the Team. We need that chance. We need that because we need to find Chris the Team because it's only a few weeks before the transfer window shuts down. We're going to talk about Veronique, Mama's boy. Mama's boy is looking for a lot of money, and United don't want to play it. So, our unofficial, unpaid Man United football correspondent, yes, it will give us the details of what is happening with Veronique Rabiot and why he wants upwards of 300,000 just to prance around like a fairy. And we're going to talk about the World Cup. Guys, the World Cup is coming soon, man. November. And there's a certain dude called Gyan. And I need Africa to stand up. I need this for Africa. I need Africa to stand up, and we need vengeance. We need revenge. And we're going to revisit that fateful game, Uruguay against Ghana. And we're going to look and see whether Gyan, who says that he is ready at 36 to say what's up. Because if my goat, the fake dude of this dude at 36 can say what's up at the World Cup, my black African brother at 36 can say what's up for Ghana. So, as I always say to guys, what do I say? Like the vid, subscribe if you're new. Please send in those super chats. We call them dubs up in this piece. As long as you're Talents FC or Thingamajig, we do that. So we have your boy Ricardo representing Peru, representing Canada, bringing Canada and Peru together as one. We have your boy Yassir Saeed representing Manchester United and trying to bring Somalia and United under one to say what's up. Somalia stand up, my Somalian brothers. Laratlili, I don't know what that means, but it is what it is. My brother bringing Congo and South Africa together as one. Smoke, what up, baby? Reliving Mandela's true hope. Mandela, why did you send an olive branch to those guys who imprisoned you? We'll start this for a separate discussion on Monday nights. Shout out to your boy. Shout out to your boy Osasuna.
What's wrong with you?
Osasuna, Paulo Dybala's long lost cousin, the guy bringing together South Korea and Dutch together. South Korea is amazing. I've been to Japan. I want to go to Korea very soon. They say the country is amazing. Shout out Dubstep. No, what is it? Is it Dubstep? Wait, what's the name of that? The guy that did the dance.
Sai.
Shout out to Sai, man. Shout out to your boy.
Oh, that guy.
Yeah, shout out to your boy Sai. And BTS, man. BTS. Like, look, you ain't no SWV, you ain't no Jackson 5, but BTS, those guys have some moves, man. I like the whole coordination thing, man. It's all well and good, man. So, guys, there's only one place to start, man. There's only one place to start. Chris. Cristiano Ronaldo. The word on the streets is Man United are actually finally trying to open up and say, okay, you know what? If you can come up with a real offer, we're open to selling him. But you know, this is weird though, because it's something that Nick said some weeks back. Because Nick said, Cristiano, you have to pull up to Kazakhstan and Albania because United just don't have enough forward options. And they also don't believe in Elanga. Rashford is trash. Martial, injury here and then everything. Sancho, don't know what happened to him. So they need their top scorer to say what's up, especially if they don't have enough strikers. But I said this from the beginning, that Cristiano Ronaldo isn't staying at United because at 37 years of age, he's not wasting a year playing in Kazakhstan. And Cristiano is not going to be involved in a relegation battle.
Did you see Instagram comment just like a few minutes ago? I sent Cristiano. I sent you a link. I saw it on.
What did he say?
It's all over Twitter now, where he came up with some statements, his personal statements.
Wait, did you send it to me? It's my Twitter DM?
Yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah, yeah.
do
It
now.
was in broken English. You could tell his PR team.
Well, I haven't
Oh.
received it though. Wait, are you sure you sent it to my Twitter DM? I haven't received it.
Oh,
Okay, what?
no, my bad. It said it's on his Instagram though, so it's I'll send it to you. So just continue.
Okay,
Sorry.
so basically, so my thing though is I just don't see how this guy stays and remains at Man United, especially trying to go through. Now, obviously, we'll see this Instagram comments. People are saying that, oh, he's unsettling the camp, he's messing up with the mood and so forth. We don't know how to deal with that, but if I'm going to do 1+1 and the addition and the math, I've always said it's beneficial for United to get rid of Cristiano. But the sick thing is this: I didn't think United would look this bad, because United are so bad. They do need Cristiano, because if Cristiano is told to leave, are this team going to play better? Are they going to operate better? Because my thinking was, oh, let Cristiano go, then Ten Hag will be able to play his football and operate better. Because I don't think Cristiano can work well with the kind of football that he wants to play. We saw what these guys would look like without Cristiano when they played against Brighton and so forth. And I'm sorry, you take out Cristiano, and I'm looking at McFred and so forth, that midfielder. These guys look trash. So now I'm now saying to myself that I think you need his goals. You need his goals. Because if you're not good, because Cristiano is a guy who can score under any circumstance. Even if this team doesn't suit him, I believe in Cristiano in scoring under any condition, in any team, in any situation. So I still think that this guy is this to say what's up. So yes, do you have the
I send the link to you now from it's so many reports. So I send ESPN FC one. So
okay. So okay, let's just pull this up. Let's pull this up. Hold up. So this is your boy. I don't know why Welcome to Chelsea is trending, because that's better not be Anthony Gordon or Fofana. So the media is telling lies. Cristiano Ronaldo on Instagram. Okay, yes, pick this up. I mean, is this in reference to him wanting to leave, or in reference to he's like a bad apple in the United camp?
So let me quickly read it to you guys. It says they know the truth when they interview in a couple weeks, which makes me think, I don't know what that means, but is he making an interview in a couple weeks? I don't know. The media is telling lies. I have a notebook. In the last few months, of the 100 news I made, only 5 were right. Imagine how that is. Stick with the tip. I don't know what that means, but so yeah, I mean, the guy is not.
Ricardo grew up, man. Ricardo grew up, man. Ricardo, Mike. Yes, they talk over him. Yes, they talk over him.
So
yes.
No, I don't. I mean, so yesterday, the journalist Duncan Castle, he broke something saying that Erik ten Hag has now changed his stance about selling Ronaldo. The Duncan Castle, for a lot of people that don't know, he's not the best, but when it comes to George Mendes' clients and George Mendes himself, he's almost 100%. The guy, him and George Mendes are like this. So I think, and then we saw like today all the reports about Atletico Madrid and all that stuff. So I think he's gonna move. He's definitely gonna leave. In my general opinion, they're gonna let him go. But I also read reports that there's one entity or one person that's actually stopping Man United from actually letting go of Cristiano Ronaldo, and that's Joe Glazer. Like legit, one of the owners is saying hell no. He's saying like he's not going nowhere. So I don't know. I don't. For me, ideally, I like to come here and say like, yeah, he's definitely leaving. Man United are going to terminate. You find an agreement with his contract to terminate, so he can leave. Yada yada, and he can go to any club. And it looks like Diego Simeone touched me. This is the same guy who took in Luis Suarez, guys. So he's this guy has it took back Alvaro Morata. He's the one who signed Alvaro Morata. So I mean, you're telling me this guy is not going to sign Cristiano Ronaldo? So I don't know. It's a difficult one.
Okay, so you're convinced that he leaves this summer?
I think he leaves. If he doesn't leave, then it will strictly be down to the owners refusing to let go of the most commercial asset they.
But you say Simeone and so forth. Like you can say that Simeone would sign him, but it's his wages now. If he's willing to cut down his wages, boom, because we know how strict the La Liga salary parameters are. So if he's desperate to leave, he has to reduce his wages. And like, if he reduces his wages, I've always said Atletico is a real possibility. And guys, I'm telling you right now, Chelsea might be a possibility, bro. Chelsea could be a last minute thing of like, because we also what Havertz and Sterling did against Tottenham right now. And here's the thing: if Chelsea, because I want Aubameyang, if Chelsea fails to get to Aubameyang, I really feel like if Chelsea could have gone in for
Would you rather have Aubameyang than Cristiano Ronaldo?
Aubameyang, yes, because he's worked under Tuchel. Tuchel, no.
No. We're not doing that because Christian Pulisic played under Tuchel. Come on, AJ, we're not doing that. Come on.
Yes, are we comparing Aubameyang's career to Pulisic's career? Are really we're gonna do that?
AJ's
with
like,
what Aubameyang did for his.
But then my point is like,
stop it! Don't.
Because AJ, come on, you seriously not gonna pick Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang in 2022 over Cristiano Ronaldo for Chelsea Football Club? Put the bias aside. Put the bias aside.
I'm putting that aside. Yes, I said I respect Cristiano. He's my goat. I love him. I respect what he's done and so forth. I want Aubameyang over your boy. Okay, wait, let me bring in your boy, Smoke. Talk to me, man. This whole Cristiano thing, man.
You know, Ronaldo's situation is difficult.
Smoke, be respectful.
It's not like last season. I feel as
my brother.
Last season was easier from the move from Juventus because I feel as if he had more suitors to go to, right? The issue with La Liga is with the salary cap. You can see with Barca, whereby players who are on like a portion of what Ronaldo earns, they're struggling to register them. So with Ronaldo, as much as he may want to return them or want to sign him, I don't know how many players Atleti would have to let go in order for Ronaldo to come in so they can balance the books, which makes it very unfeasible, right? Hence, I feel as if unless there's a U-turn at Chelsea and somehow Tuchel decides to take him on board, which I see a clash though. I feel as if it would be the worst case scenario whereby Tuchel will take Ronaldo because we've seen Tuchel fall out with superstars at PSG, right? We've seen that before, right? Hence, Tuchel wants people who are hardworking and what. He doesn't really like egos because they're gonna clash, and you can see Tuchel has a fight in him, right? Even though he may not win the fight.
He is smoking Conte. He's smoking Conte.
No. HH, the only manager who I can put up against Conte is Simeone. Forget. I don't see anyone else.
Smoke Conte is all. He's all back. He's all back. No bites. All because he looks crazy. It doesn't mean that he knows how to fight.
He
took out to flex his muscle. He so took out flex his muscle.
Man, now we could see the other side of his hand, man. What was he showing us?
I'll take Mourinho over anyone, bro. In a fight, I'll take Mourinho, bro.
Regarding Ronaldo, man, for me, at the end of the day, the Glazers may not want to sell because they care about shirt sales at the end of the day.
Yeah.
For them, this is a business. This is not sentimental. They don't care about feelings here. And we've seen it. You saw it with the Super League. They didn't even apologize for that. They're like, hey, it's a business decision. So I think unless Ronaldo can find a way to... Because at the end of the day, he's under contract. Because this is not the reverse of De Jong, whereby De Jong can stay because he's under contract. Ronaldo can't leave because he's under contract. So it's up to the Glazers and Chelsea. I feel Chelsea is the only feasible destination for him.
Do you guys want to hear something crazy before you go to Arsenal? Actually crazy. So, whenever when Liverpool, prior to Liverpool getting Thiago, you know how Man United was also rumored to be interested? Do you know Man United was close to signing Thiago? Insanely enough, we were close to signing Thiago.
You mean Liverpool's Thiago?
Yes, from Bayern. So what ended up happening is like the Glazers they argued against Thiago's agent about an extra year. Literally, it was between they wanted to give him a 3-year contract instead of a 4-year contract, and they didn't want to give him a 4-year contract. So what ended up happening is Liverpool came in, swooped in, gave him a 4-year contract. He's playing for Liverpool now. Actually, like the Glazers actually literally are. People don't understand this, but the Glazers will literally come in and veto any transfer. Like that's what they do. They meddle. That's what they do. So,
also, talk to me, man.
So, this is. I think it's about the time where I think we can say safely that he's going to leave. I thought he would stay. I really did. I didn't think that he could go anywhere else, but I think it's to the point now where he will now actually like completely force his way out. I think that he will. This could get worse. Like he might do things where Man United are forced to terminate his contract. Like I think he would go that far to leave now because
Okay, so what was the tipping points for you as to okay, he's definitely going? Brentford
4-0. 4-0.
Okay, yeah.
Like, I'm sorry, but no team in the Premier League, no other team in the other 38 games of this season are losing 4-0 to Brentford at halftime. None of them. All 19 teams, other teams, are not losing 4-0 to Brentford at halftime. That means that United is not only a quality problem, it's also an effort problem. And Cristiano is not staying at that. He is not going to stay there because he wants to win something in his last 2 years of his career, maybe. And this team ain't it. This team, if he leaves and they don't bring in anyone, I think they are in a relegation battle. I genuinely think Manchester United could be in it. Like we could see something
real,
bad this season.
They can drop down to the championship and win it. It'll be a trophy.
smoke.
Trophy. No, but like, yeah, because they don't. They already struggled with him. Imagine now, because think about it. This guy ran. I think it was the second most out of all of Manchester United players against Brentford after Fred, in the first half at least.
Also, you saw what he did.
Insane.
After the second goal, Cristiano Ronaldo was on. He literally, the camera zoomed. He's like, "Come on, guys, let's get
Yes,
let's get
he's the only one that believed that they could come back.
All of them was like, they just gave up.
No, but it is true because sorry, I think it was when you could see that they gave up because especially I was looking at Rashford and I could see because I can look at the body language and know these guys have given up. And what you don't do, doesn't matter the scoreline. When you pay that much, you don't give up because that is a complete insult to traveling fans who've come all the way to come and see you from Manchester to freaking West London. So it's crazy.
Which is why I think at this point Cristiano's like, "Yep, it's over. I can't do this here. This is over. I'd rather go." Like I was saying, if we make the Champions League against Rangers next week, he might come to us. They want Manchester United want Kakpo. Like they want Kakpo. We can do a trade deal for Cristiano, man. Cristiano can surpass R9's legacy at PSV as well. So, we can check that off the list. But I think the only option realistically is.
Would you give us Sangari as well? Add Sangari to the deal?
No, we need Sangari. You can have.
Listen, also you're a Real Madrid fan. Stop pretending to be a PSV fan. Move on.
What?
So okay, so in your view, okay, so you say he leaves. Where does he go? Realistically speaking,
Chelsea.
Where does it go?
I would love him at Chelsea. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I think it is going to be Chelsea because Atletico Madrid. It makes sense in terms of his family. He already has a lifestyle in Madrid. He has, he's been there. He lived there before, and Atletico Madrid is a decent team to play for. But I just think that Atletico Madrid's fans are so against Cristiano coming. I think that they would. I don't think they would do it. I think Chelsea, who now they really see, okay, we need a guy up front. Eventually, they're gonna.
Also, so they imagine HH doing a sue after he scores.
Yes, channel would be peak. This channel would be so funny.
It will peak. It will peak.
Yeah, see, for me, Professor, before I go to Ricardo, football gods, you can't do that to me. You can't.
Complicated Chelsea show is back.
No. You can't put me in a situation where Cristiano Ronaldo, my nemesis, is playing for Chelsea, and when he scores, I have to now try. I have to decide what I do if he's. That's it for me. Listen, that's
Imagine Terry's reaction when Cristiano scores at Trafford and does the swoop.
Oh,
I don't think he. Oh, would he? Would he do that just because he's so pissed at them?
Just to say pissed off.
No. He listen.
I don't think
he wouldn't.
I don't think he would do that.
He would Alex into a stroke, man.
Imagine if he throws the. When he threw his shirt, I think it was it Villarreal?
Villarreal. Yeah.
Imagine if he throws his shirt.
Oh,
yes. Ricardo, talk to me about where does. So do you agree with Osuna that look, man, he's definitely heading out? Because I'm actually generally worried that it could be Chelsea. Because if Chelsea does, Ricardo, can you tell your bum-ass club to please give us Aubameyang, man?
Look, I want to give you guys Aubameyang because I don't believe in him. With Ronaldo, it kind of just feels like crocodile tears, to be honest. I think this is just a move to what he's trying to do is just to, I guess, win the media or the fans, like to back him in this case. Uh, I mean, this guy says he has a notebook. I mean, okay, what kind of grown ass man has a notebook? First of all,
Hey, Ricardo, you're never too old to keep a diary. You're
All
never too
right,
old to
man.
keep a
All
diary.
right, man. Keep it like, all right, princess. He says only 5 were right, whatever that means, right? Stick with that.
So
Tip.
probably
That's
him
crazy.
twerking for Bayern, Atletico,
Actually, hold up.
Chelsea.
Hold up. Let's pause. So, are you saying that Cristiano has been sitting down with like a notepad and saying wrong, wrong, right,
That's
wrong,
pretty much
wrong?
what he's suggesting. But look, we can't act like this guy has been a saint of the whole situation. I think it would have been much easier for himself, for United, for his fans, for even his own image and how the football world looks at him, because not everybody's going to be on his side. He should have just like said it from the get-go, like, I do not want to be here, or even way before the season even ended, knowing that they weren't going to make Champions League. Like, I want out and blah blah. But not only that, but he clearly still feels like he deserves the money he's being paid at United elsewhere.
Oh, no, but sorry, Ricardo, but in his defense, though, his thinking was, okay, if we really get some really good players and guys coming in, I'll say what's up. So his argument is that, hey, the transfer window was trash.
I refuse to believe that a player of Ronaldo's caliber, with Jorge Mendes, who's the best agent in world football, couldn't see how stupid the Glazers are, or how Manchester United is ran. Like, come on, we acting like this hasn't been a thing for like a decade now. Like, we've been knowing this about United.
Ricardo, you can't say that, bro.
What?
No, because like, I'm telling you guys, I don't know what it is, but I don't know if it's juju. I don't know if it is like the way they speak, but they fool a lot. They fool Jose Mourinho. Do you think Jose Mourinho knew what the heck they was doing?
Man.
When
Like,
he came?
The thing is,
Bro, he couldn't believe people.
Bro,
like,
Jorge
the
Mendes
grass was greener on the other side when he was at Juve, right? Because he thought it's like, they finished. No, it was more like, okay, they just finished second, right? If I come in there with my goals and my experience and my mentality, we win the league. Not knowing that was a fluke season. That's what sold him. It sold him a lie, and then he came over to find out, no, it's actually.
But Dan, like a lot,
it,
talk to. I mean, people don't talk, but they read a lot of agents, bro. What do they say, bro? If people actually knew what goes behind closed door at Man United, people would be absolutely shocked. It's actually worse than what people expect. Like,
when we forgot is that the moment United did not get top 4, I was like, oh, bro, he's gone.
Yeah,
but
I'm 36. I'm 37. I'm approaching 40. I cannot afford to have a year in the Europa League.
It doesn't matter whether or not whatever transfer window, whatever manager they got. This is Mr. Champions League. This is the Champions League goal. It doesn't matter who they sign. Like, you should have been out of there. You should have said from the get-go that I'm out. Like, that's not. It doesn't matter about the transfer window. For Ronaldo, it's like, I find it hard to feel for him. I mean, other than the fact that he's a little dodgy guy sometimes, but from a footballing point of view, it's like, you made the bed, you have to sleep on it, bro. Like, you can't just jump ship just because your name is Cristiano Ronaldo and you're the only player.
Okay, but Ricardo, hold up. Another theory, and this comes to all this because that story. Yes, that comes. I think it's from a fan page. I think
he's always on his fan pages, man. He needs somebody to boost his ego.
Yeah, but see, Ricardo, yes, it's about ego. I think he was caught in two minds. In one mind, I'm Mr. Champions League, I can't stay here. In another mind is, Man United love me. And I love the praise, the adulation. So he's like, I want to still be good and faithful to the fans and show that I'm still staying and so forth. But at the same time, I need to jump ship. So because he was caught in two minds and he was leaning more towards, hey, let me be the guy who's really there for the fans and really there with United and so forth and really pushing through, which is good for my image. But as things were going, he's like, no. So I can maybe see how he was caught in two minds.
You know what I think is made Ronaldo, that this whole situation worse for Ronaldo, is that maybe not only did at the time when he said something earlier, I genuinely believe there would have been more suitors for him, maybe at a top club. But now, if you're a club that has Champions League football or a team that's competing at the top, you're looking at how everything went down at Man United, not even just the Glazers, because I'm pretty sure within the footballing world and the higher ups, they know how certain clubs are being operated. But for us, Ronaldo, when you look at Bayern Munich, when you look at let's say, I don't know, Real Madrid, when you look at PSG, they're looking at this guy and they're like, so when this guy doesn't get his way, he makes it all about him. He thinks he's more powerful than the club. This guy already doesn't fit what we're trying to pursue. But if things don't go his way, he's just going to cause a shitstorm. He's not going to be, I'm sorry, he was not professional through this whole process, because at least the respect he could have given to United fans is that, look, I do not want to be here from the start. But no, all his agent has just been speaking through him. The media is saying that Ten Hag doesn't want him. Then Ten Hag goes and says he wants him. Then now they're saying that the Glazers want to keep him purely for commercial reasons.
Mhm.
So if it could have came from the man himself, it would have made it far more easier. And remember, at the end of the day, it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Whatever he says, there's actually weight to what he says. I'm not like, if he wants out, he can get out, but he should have said from time. But I'm looking at the top clubs and they're like, why are we going to take up a guy? Not only is he 37, turning 38, he's a very limited player. If things don't go his way, he is an absolute diva. Why would we want to deal with that? And that's who they're stuck with. I think if Manchester United had any balls, they would treat this guy like, you're employed to this club. You're not going to get what you want because you're Cristiano Ronaldo. The same way Laporta has treated some players of the club, like Braithwaite. Like, okay, you don't want to leave. You have offers, but you don't want to leave.
Yeah.
You're not playing. You're not training with the team. That's how they have to treat this guy. I'm sorry. The reality is the institution is bigger than the player.
Here's the key thing now. We're now getting into interesting waters right now. Because let's say that you don't have any suitors. And let's just say it is true that Cristiano is unbalancing the harmony in the team and is maybe unbalancing Ten Hag's power in the dressing room. What you do is, okay, you're training with the reserves. You're going through. Because, bro, if that happens, then things will now go even crazier. Because if you have a situation where you now say, Cristiano, oh, you want to be a bad egg and so forth, we're not going to treat you like any player who makes these transgressions. Say what's up to the reserves, say what's up to the under-9s.
But
can Ten Hag do that?
Go ahead, Don.
No, I'm saying the thing isn't United's listed on the stock market, right?
Yeah.
The thing is this, right? They can't flip-flop out of decisions, because there's a side effect to news, right? When you listed there. So with them, it's more like they they wait, make a decision,
That's crazy.
then they have to fall on that sword, right? So the fact that they haven't said anything up, it means maybe they're still deciding. And if they say he stays, it's done. Like, they can't go about it because of the consequences. I'm talking about revenue. They'll lose a lot of value. So if they say he goes, they might just terminate the contract regardless of him having a club or not. So I feel as if they're still deciding what's best for the club, and that's what the Glazers would do. They will make the decision. They don't care. Those guys don't care about. They don't even care about football. They don't care about Ronaldo's legacy. No. All they care about is what's best for the club. And once they decide, whether you're Mr. Champions League or Mr. Europa, you're gonna have to fit in that box because you signed that contract. And I'm sure Europa will be making posters very soon. So he should hold tight. He might be the new face of it.
But well, not only that, but what team is he gonna go to? I know everybody said, oh, Atletico Madrid, whatever. I don't know if you guys know this, but Thomas Lemar had to reduce his salary by 50% just to register like 3 players. So how the hell are you gonna fit this guy's salary, not assuming like transfer fee, into this Atletico Madrid team? That's not happening, first of all.
But here's the thing, though, and I feel like we all I should said this. Like I don't know who said it. Maybe HG. I don't remember. But if Manchester United was actually acting like a football club, let me use an example of a football club. Chelsea Football Club. Romelu Lukaku, they bought it for 100 mil. They took a huge loss. They didn't even sell him. They put him on loan. They made sure to get him out of the football club. Why? Because it was never good for the football club. But Man United would never make a decision on, and this guy cost 100 mil on massive wages.
No. But yes, you're missing the point that Smoke just made. Lukaku doesn't have the kind of image and cachet that Cristiano has. And with Cristiano, remember, you're thinking about the Glazers. The Glazers are like, forget about football. This is about marketing. This is about business.
But that's my point.
Cristiano Ronaldo is huge for marketing. So they're like, bro, there are repercussions of letting this guy go, knowing of the side effects it can do.
Especially if you don't have Champions League football.
That's my point, HH. It's like, Man United, it's quite evident that it's not about football. We don't make decisions based on football. We make decisions on business. That's a problem. It's like, and then it's hard to run a successful football club if you're running it like in the terms of business. It's like, oh, we're gonna keep Cristiano Ronaldo instead of finding a solution for him that's best for not for him, us, not only for us but for him as well. Is a mutual agreement where we literally find a way to literally eat up majority of his remaining contract, which only has 1 year left. We eat that up, and then where he can go for free and he can literally go anywhere he wants. Instead of doing that and let him go, we're struggling. We have like an internal struggle where we want to keep him because, like Don said, the people with the most power at Man United, like the absolute most power, are businessmen.
Okay, so lastly, because we don't need to move to the next. Okay, so what do you want to say?
One point on what Ricardo said. Man United should treat this guy like you would everyone else. And a normal club would put this guy, treat this guy like, hey, we put you in the reserve. But the thing is, United, they haven't acted like that with anyone else. So why would they act like that with him? All of the other players that haven't been giving effort, Marcus Rashford, Harry Maguire, all these players, Luke Shaw, that have been even worse than he have, and have actually been putting no effort. The Glazers and the owners have done nothing to punish them. In fact, they get rewarded by getting more playtime and new contracts. So the reality is Manchester United is not a normal football club like that, which is why you can't just say they should treat him like a regular football player, because they treat no one like a regular football player. They treat them like they're media stars instead of an actual organization for football. So I think that the point of them treating him like they should anyone else, they wouldn't. They would only treat him like that if they were going to put him in the reserve. They would do that to no one else.
It's kind of like this. It's like, for one, which other player in United is doing what Ronaldo's doing at this level?
Marcus Rashford, yeah.
Are you talking about on a performing level?
And
on a performing level, he's worse.
No, but my point is not performing. They're all massively underperforming. We can't act like Ronaldo's still playing at a world-class level. He scores not consistently. Like this is known. Like he only started scoring when the possibility of top 4 was already out of reach. So I mean, like I said, you can look at the numbers clearly. But my point is that Ronaldo's the only player on this team that knows he can leverage looking bigger than the club, and he gets what he wants. So if he's playing that card, I'm saying this as the institution, they have to win their pride back. And
no, but then Ricardo,
I'm not saying throw him. I'm not saying that I'll put him in the reserves. But clearly you can't. He can't.
No, but Ricardo, like I feel like what Osasuna is saying is, bro, that's normal logic. What you're saying is very logical. Manchester United works the opposite way, and that's just a reality.
No. But see, so also my thing though is, what nationality is Rashford and Maguire? Why is Maguire still captain? And I just think the reality is that there is a massive English bias.
Bruno Fernandes also gets this special treatment because he got a new contract. Yeah, he gets special treatment just like all the other English players.
But yeah, it's just like also said, like, do you know, people don't understand this. Like, Rashford literally went behind the club's back. His brother flew to PSG and I had a conversation with PSG. That's crazy, HH.
But you know what the thing is? Again, it's all very murky and it isn't ideal. But from another point of view, Cristiano Ronaldo comes with such a massive fan base, so he can control the narrative. Look at what's happening now. There are guys saying that, man, look at United, you guys are clowns because they're all with Cristiano. So Cristiano's fan base and the people who will support him on social media and so forth is far greater than in Rashford and so forth. So for United, they're like, bro, we can't deal with the massive fan base that this guy has that can switch the narrative into his favor, because he's way more popular than those other dudes.
I think in another club that works, but with United, the way the Glazers don't care about that noise, it means all they care about is dividends. They'll only act if it affects their pocket. So all that noise, I think they'll only be like, now the profits are now going down. Okay, now let's do something about it. Create a PR scheme. Unless that happens, the fact Osasuna is right, because they didn't set this example with any player prior to Ronaldo. They can't just start now. But hey, by the way,
Yeah.
no, it's too late.
I mean, like the man is.
I want to ask you a question, HH.
Yes.
Doesn't Ronaldo's son play for the under-9s?
Yeah. He plays in the academy.
So-
Him and Rooney. They
might
Also,
realize
what do you
the thing
say?
because he said he wants to play with his son. He might just get the chance to play with his son.
that is sick, man. That is sick. Okay, so
wait, hold on. He must have
Yeah.
a team lined up because if he says he's going to do an interview in a couple of weeks,
That's
you
what
would
I was
have- you would
thinking.
you would have to
That's what I
assume
was thinking.
he actually has something lined up because if he does this and he's still on
Still,
United,
and he stays, yeah.
that makes everything even worse.
HH, do you remember the Messi exit interview after Bartomeu refused for him to leave?
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, yes,
it's
yes,
after
yes.
the fact.
Oh,
Like,
shoot.
it's all after the fact. Like,
Oh
if it's
my
after the fact,
god.
it's just it doesn't. No one cares. You still have to stay there for a season, and the ship sails.
Okay.
No, but I think, but Ricardo, I think Smoke is right. It could still be a thing of this is about image. So even if you do stay and so forth, you don't want to look as if you're the villain. You're not trying to say, "Oh, wait a minute, I'm the bad apple. I am messing up with the Hammond in the dressing room." Okay, let me tell my side of the story, and you now try to refute it.
But
So
HH,
that's my image isn't messed up.
okay, guys. Oh, I understand all that, but honest to God, guys, I went back and forth on this. What is he actually doing wrong? What has he done that is so bad?
He signed a
I-
contract.
No.
He
What?
signed
what he
he
did
signed
wrong.
a
No. But
2-year
then
contract.
look. But Don, like, let's not act like Bernardo Silva doesn't want to leave City. Okay, every player has a right to want to leave a football club. Every player has a right.
Wait,
No,
every
no,
player.
no,
Wait,
no,
hold on,
no.
hold on. Wait. You're saying every player has a right to do it, which is true, but that that wish does not have to be granted because the player wants it.
Exactly. It's more like a
Come on,
request.
So what are we saying? Okay, like I want to leave. No, you got to stay by force or act right. Shut up. Like, come
It's
on,
not
guys.
by
Like,
force. You signed a contract, and as long as you're under contract, you're an employee
bro.
of the institution. You're an asset. You're basically an
so
asset.
I guess
You
so, but at the same time, it's like, but then so what? Like I said, what is he doing wrong though? All he did was just ask to leave.
And they said no.
And then done like if you was in the same situation, you would have done the same thing.
No,
let's
yeah,
not-
but
no.
no. So yes, you're right. Everybody has the power to say that I want to leave and so forth. But at the same time, you're under contract. So okay, you want to leave? No, we want to keep you. Now what?
So what do you expect them to be happy about it?
Ask
To be
Harry
like,
Kane.
yeah,
Yes,
Look at
you
Harry
signed,
Kane.
no. Yes, you signed a contract. So whatever
Look at
you
Harry
if
Kane.
you sign a contract now, if you're free, but if you sign a contract which is your stake here and so forth, then now you can sulk, you can be unhappy. You are free to do anything you want, but you are under contract, and we are within the right to say no. You're not being
This is
sold.
not
We want to
anything
keep you.
special.
or for me
This
though,
is-
for me,
this happens all the time.
but the thing is, for me, is like sometimes I think like people are giving a lot more criticism, hate on Cristiano Ronaldo. Well, let's be honest, Lewandowski did worse. Lewandowski literally came to training and did not even try. There's reports out there that Lewandowski didn't even try. Like he literally did everything possible to force his. Like Ronaldo's trained. Like everyone's saying he's training hard. He's playing hard. Like,
I mean, let's not act like he wasn't dodging training for like a good few weeks.
Lewandowski did the same thing.
I forgot that as well, man.
Lewandowski was doing the same
No, it
thing.
did.
Emergency.
Lewandowski went to training when he was supposed to go to training, which is on July 12th.
There was a family problem, so let's just take it away.
Why are we
Come
acting
on.
like this is not something that doesn't happen every summer with a certain player,
Oh, for
with different
sure.
players?
But
Every
the
summer
player-
this happens with
No,
different
but
players.
the thing
It's
is
just used because it's Cristiano.
This doesn't have to be a comparison. Well, Ronaldo,
No,
how
but
he
it's
did it
just
versus
it's
how
just-
this person did
Wait,
it. The point is,
yeah,
Ronaldo did it,
yeah.
and there's going to be certain level of backlash that comes with it. And considering he's
Yeah,
a bigger
of course.
icon, it's going to
There
come
we
with
go.
it even bigger.
Yeah.
Basically, we're gonna hit it. It's who he is. So because of who he is and his profile, there's going to be much more to this than a freaking Bernardo Silva or a Lewandowski. Shout out to boy Talent FC who says Pornazima filmed CR7 interviewer La Caca #Zad.
Hey,
Talent FC.
speaking of Pornzima, I don't know if you guys can see it.
David T. Croissant Kukurea staying at Juve.
Oh,
Oh yeah, Rabiot. On here is Adrian Rabiot. My mommy told me to reject United and wait for. Thank you for that, Adrian Rabiot. Thank you.
You know, no,
Thank
the
you.
audacity of Adrian Rabiot and his mom to
Wait. Yes, we'll get there. Hold it. We'll get there. Yes, we'll get there. Elsie, Benitez versus Karius.
Relax, KC. Relax.
Wait,
All
what
right.
do you mean by
Karius
this?
was far worse. This was just one mistake.
Oh,
Our
the
goalkeeper
PSV,
Benitez for PSV, he let in a free kick through his hands, and it was really
No.
bad.
Come on. Karius is the worst of all time. Karius
What
is the worst of all
was the
time.
final score?
2-2.
2-2.
Actually, so, like what De Gea did on the weekend was I don't know if I've ever seen it in my life.
No,
Actually-
yes, yeah. Karius is unprecedented. What Karius did is
Yeah,
unprecedented.
that's
De Gea
That's
has done
it's
that.
amazing.
De Gea has done that so many times.
That's true.
Yeah,
that's
it's
just
the same
annoys
thing
me.
against
That's
against
true, though.
Cristiano at the World Cup. It was the same thing.
He did it against Messi too, and then Barcelona and Manchester United were in the
Yeah,
quarterfinals.
relax. It's hard
Shout out to Amos K, man, new member, man. Welcome to the membership club, baby. Here's it. CR7 to Celtic. Hell no, relax.
That'd be crazy.
Yeah.
I would get a
Great
jersey.
part.
I would get a jersey.
It's Celtic CR jersey, man. Alps. Ricardo spitting.
Alps is
Ricardo.
See,
Ricardo spitting as always.
Thank you. Thank you, man.
But you're the manager with. I'm not going to read that. Cristiano has never taken no for an answer. That's why he's not allowed. Okay, all right. Okay, let's keep it moving. Let's keep it moving.
I see what you did there.
let's keep it moving. Aswinke, Ricardo is copy of Indian Twitter Messi fanboy.
I don't even use Twitter like that.
H,
Like, you
I'm
see
not
my
gonna lie
Twitter.
to
I
you.
don't use.
Yeah, he doesn't.
I
He
don't
doesn't use Twitter. He doesn't use
I'm not
Twitter.
gonna lie to you guys. We're gonna speak objectively. Messi fanboys are so toxic. They are the most
Bro,
toxic.
they're both
fanboys.
toxic,
They're
bro.
not.
No,
They're
Messi
both
fanboys are
toxic.
ridiculous.
But Ricardo, wait, how the hell do you not use Twitter? Like, is it out of the toxicity, or you're not a social media guy?
I even on my Instagram, like I just use it to like see football stuff, funny stuff, and whatever's going on in the world. But like I just tweeting, posting pictures, it's just like not my thing.
Yeah. No, but you know what it is like? I actually don't even go on the timeline. You know, like I go on Instagram for, but like Twitter, like I've actually given up going on the main timeline for Twitter because
Literally, the only thing I use Twitter for is for coming on this channel. That's it.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
like I mean,
yeah.
bro, like Twitter is funny though. Like sometimes if something is basically if something is trending, I'll click at it and just look at the memes. But in terms of like the main timeline,
Twitter is
Nah.
the most toxic.
All I do is
thing
just
on
retweet.
planet
I just
Earth,
look for
man.
funny things and I retweet them.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, that's all.
no, trust me. You save your brains on trust. Like Twitter, like the stuff that's trash. Shout out to your boy Adams. Thank you for the number, Adams. I hate that he plays for my club, man. At this rate, I'd rather have that speed kid over Ronaldo. At least he's going to back at Maguire when he does something. Wait, who's Speed Kid?
Just that kid
Speed.
on.
Have you not seen I Show Speed? Do you not know him?
That guy's everywhere, man.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, have you not seen
I
Speed?
find him annoying, man. I find him annoying.
He's hilarious.
Who is
He
Speed
can
Kid?
He is
He's
so
not.
funny.
This kid is ridiculous.
The
man.
guy's hilarious. Because he's hilarious because he's like crazy. Like
He
that's
knows how to get clips.
You know
He
what's
knows how to
crazy?
get views. He
You
knows
know
how to
what's
get
crazy?
views.
He took Ronaldo's suit to another level, bro.
There was a
No,
clip
but
where
this is crazy. I mean, how can you hate? This is your legend. He is still a United legend, and wasn't he top scorer last season in a season in which he came? So
Listen,
I
some
was- I
Maguire, some United fans would rather have Maguire and Rashford playing
And-
for them.
and
than Cristiano.
you know what,
Okay?
Osuna,
It is what it is.
that is disgusting. To rather to defend Maguire over Ronaldo, you're mad because a guy is a fridge who is a detriment to your team, and a guy managed to get 18 goals while finishing sixth. Madness, man.
HH,
Complete
like Queen
madness.
Lizzie tax is a different level. HH is a different level.
It's mad. It's the highest
Yeah.
tax. AFC loan move pending. Ronaldo, the new scapegoat after Pogba. Hashtag
insane.
free CR.
It's insane though.
How
It's
do you
true, though.
scapegoat their best
It's true,
players?
It's
I
true,
it's
though.
I don't
crazy.
understand.
Yeah.
Adams, thank you for the dub. As a football purist, I'm so over this guy's drama. He's such a diva, bro, and that's why I've always favored Messi. Because all he wants to do is ball out. It's man because I don't even know what Messi sounds like. No, see, do you know this is what I've always said? Cristiano and his sister have cared more about the rivalry than Messi. Messi is boring. Like he just plays football and that's it. Like people say, "Oh my gosh, Messi couldn't give a crap about Cristiano and what the hell he does. Cristiano is obsessed with Messi and what he does. Messi hardly even uses like freaking social media. Cristiano is on social media commenting on fan pages of himself.
So all Messi does is just like put
I feel
training
as if-
photos and photos of his wife. That's all he does.
You know what
I
I
feel
think
as
that
if
Messi
Mbappe
thinks?
is going down that route, the drama route. Mbappe is on that highway.
Yeah, oh, he is. No, but
Okay,
it's
so
like,
it's time to hate the kid, bro. I don't like the kid anymore.
ugh,
Man.
look.
He's
Real
annoying.
Madrid 14 Susi. United is a dumpster fire. CR7 doesn't deserve this. I'm
He
going to
does.
ask one more question before we go. Barry, shout out to the gang of the panel and the streets, man. Shout out Barry,
love
man.
Barry,
Shout out,
man.
bro.
Shout
Shout out,
out
bro.
Barry.
So, guys, last before the next thing. So, what happens? Go around the panel. Okay. What happens? He leaves.
Is Chelsea the team though? Like what team
Ricardo.
is he going to? I don't.
I think
know.
You know what?
Probably Chelsea.
So that I can jinx it, Cristiano to Chelsea. So I can jinx it. Ricardo, what happens?
Look, it sounds like he has something lined up, but because he says he's gonna do an interview, I kind of want him to do this interview while he stays at United. Like that would be insane, insane.
But
No, bro, that would, bro, content, man,
But
content.
the Messi, you know what the Messi fan base gonna say? Oh look, he's trying to be like Messi. Messi did the same thing.
Wait, no, but so Ricardo, so what
No,
happens?
but you
What
see,
happens?
no, see, yes, here, Messi had a political goal, and that was to get Bartomeu out, and it worked. It worked. What is
if-
Ronaldo's objective?
we
Just,
sell-
just,
what
to,
if we
just to
sell?
play Champions League?
What if the
Come on.
Glazers sell though? Who knows? You know?
Oh,
Yeah, the
okay,
Glazers ain't selling
maybe.
shit. What are you talking about?
No, if the Glazer sells, this is a massive W for Ronaldo. A club legend elevated.
So what happens? Ricardo, what happens? What
I
happens?
don't know, man. I don't know, to be honest. I think he stays. I think he stays. I
Smoke,
think
what
he
happens?
will stay.
You know, the only way United plays the Champions League is if Ronaldo can try take the UEFA to court to include them in the league. Right.
But aren't they changing the format though? Like, aren't they changing?
Like
it?
I
Not
see
this
teams-
season, though. Not this season. So
Dang.
I see him saying he's gonna cry, have a fit, and make an exit interview of why he's, and then it's more like, okay, no, we're gonna go win the Europa, and they're probably not gonna win it.
What's the sort of what happens, man?
I think it's gonna be Chelsea. I think it is.
Yeah, see what happens, man.
I think he leaves.
So
I think he's going to Diego Simeone and Atletico Madrid. They're gonna win La Liga. Let's go.
No, he's gonna link up with the
They won't
owner.
register him, bro.
okay, so guys, look, but let's
Bro, we all know
let's
that
talk-
Cristiano loves his arches.
talk about Mama's boy. Okay, let's not do that. Mama's boy.
Are we really calling him Arch?
The Arch,
No,
The Arch?
no one knows. No one knows. No one calling the Arch. So yes, yeah,
Yeah.
300,000, man. Mama's boy. He wants 300,000.
You
Too
know,
much.
I'm not gonna lie to you, HH. In one hand, it's a blessing in disguise. And another hand, it's like, what if we don't get another midfielder? So I'm like at a rock and a hard place because I'm like, I need another midfielder, and I'll take anything. But at the same time, I never wanted Rabiot. I never wanted him. I knew. I was like, and I was thinking, I was like, yo, I know when Juve it's easy. And you just give him the money. But when it comes down to dealing with his mom, I knew it was going to be problematic. I knew HH. I was like,
So would you, out
Yeah.
of desperation, remember, people say never do anything out of desperation, but out of desperation, would you
but
just
HH,
say, all right,
I can't. Here's the thing, though. Man United, we have signed so many players on so many big wages that we can't sell any of these players. So the
Yeah,
problem
yeah.
is it's like I wouldn't. At first, I looked at it and I said, no way. I threw a fit and all that stuff, threw a tantrum. I don't want Robbie, blah, blah. But when I calmed down and sat on it and I thought about it, you know what? Robbie is better than what we have. So I would take Rabiot. If it was like a 1-year contract and we gave him a lot of money, I won't mind. Like a 1-year option for another, we gave him a lot of money. I don't care. It's only 1 year. Then we could just if he's good, then we can just sign him up, or if not, we can just move on. But if he wants a long-term contract, he wants a 3 to 4 years contract, and he wants over 200K, and I'm like,
No, but because
This is
do
Rabiot.
you know why this is dangerous? Rabiot has been known to act up. Him and his mom. And he has a bit of a prima donna kind of a character. So this is the worst person in the world to give this high wage to, because he knows that, bro, I can fleece these guys. These guys are desperate. And here's my thing: when a team is desperate, and I think somebody even said it, these 2 games puts United in a horrible bargaining position. Because after these 2 games, it shows that, oh, you are desperate. That midfield is trash. You need midfielders, and time is running out. So the closer it comes to the end of the window, and after these 2 games, United's bargaining position is even worse. So Rabiot is like, I'll stick you up. I'll stick you up because I know how desperate you are. Pay up or see what's up with McFred in midfield.
It's like, but then it's like at the same time, it's like, what if we can't get another midfielder? So like, I don't know, because like I'll have a bad feeling that we're gonna say nah, screw you to Rabiot, and then
No, because yes, what would you do if you were in that position, knowing the situation you have now and knowing that Rabiot doesn't fit in the Premier League? He's too lackadaisical, he's too laissez-faire, but he is an improvement on McTominay and Fred. What do you do?
It's tough because if we need anyone, HHT, can you play midfield? Are you a midfielder? Like we need
stamina
anyone.
attack.
Because like the thing is, like at this point, it's like the problem is like, and this is what I'm afraid.
What would you do? What would you
I won't sign him, but HH, when it comes down to the last hour of the transfer window, and I have no midfield, I am running to Veronica or whatever. Is her name Veronica, right? Veronique. I will run to her and be like, hey, come, man. I will take my L because HH is like, we need a midfielder. Like HH, we took the HH. Man United took the fattest and biggest L ever with the whole Frankie de Jong situation. Like that was diabolical. That was sabotage. Now we're in a situation we don't have a midfielder that we can go after. Apparently there's a report coming out that we're going for Casemiro. Are they drunk?
That's
That's the biggest lie I've ever heard.
Like Casemiro, who was one of the best players on the pitch in the UCL final. Casemiro, who is still extremely important for Real Madrid. You think like, see, because this is what I put it on Twitter. It's like, don't try and link this with Varane. Now, hey, we can attract. Varane was kicked out. He was on the decline. So Varane was like, boom, I've won my UCLs. Players were like, boom. Casemiro is needed, bro. What the heck?
How do you get to getting close to agreeing a deal with Rabiot? Too much money to, you know what? We're gonna get one of the best DMs in the entire world. Like we're gonna get that guy. Like how? How is that even possible? HH? It's like no, HH. I don't. So for me, I won't do it. But if you literally HH, if you cornered me, said Rabiot, no one, I'll take Rabiot. I'll panic and say, here's my money, take it.
Ricardo, what are you saying with this whole thing, man? Rabiot. They are desperate. But Rabiot is not a good fit, bro, for the Premier League.
No, I mean, but how much of an upgrade is over this guy over like Scott McTominay? This guy isn't he just a French Scott McTominay? Like that's all.
Ricardo, he has a first touch. He has balance. He can carry the ball. McTominay can't do that.
He also has baguettes and croissants. So, like, come on, like, I get it that you're desperate, but sometimes when you're desperate, you shouldn't take desperate measures.
Yes.
Like to be honest, the Frankie de Jong situation, I have to agree with. Yes, you're like that's a massive L.
That is a huge L. That's nobody wants to talk about. Yeah. Nobody wants to address how huge of an L that is out of pride.
And no, I'll say this: that it was like 12 weeks that he kept saying no, and then obviously United don't understand what consent is. They should have just moved on.
Wait, Ricardo, I think we could hear you clicking.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry, yeah.
They should have just moved on from time ago. It's like now you're pretty much the season has started.
I mean, he's not even really that special, anyways.
Sure, but now the season has started. Any other player you want, maybe not Rabiot, you're gonna have to overpay because the season has started. So instead of you wasted all this time for no reason, it's just Rabiot. Like he's not it. Like he's not gonna be so much of an improvement on this team. And like to be honest, I really don't know. Like United, this is going to be another season where they don't get Champions League when they should have had a far more effective transfer window to get Champions League.
Champions League relegation is what they're fighting for this season.
No, but
like, you don't understand. Thin squad, Europa League, like, and they're not trying. You seriously not think they're going to get relegated?
They're not
no,
okay.
no,
Relax.
Ricardo,
They're not
see,
getting relegated.
Ricardo, no. First, very briefly, because I don't want to talk about Rabiot, but you have to understand that if United don't get players this window and they're stuck with McSauce and Ten Hag is still the key thing is Ten Hag. Now, if Ten Hag gets sacked this window, but if they stick with Ten Hag with that team, all I'm saying is, Ricardo, I'm worried for United in the Premier League. I'm worried for them.
They're not getting relegated, man. As much as you guys will love to see it, because you guys are also not so much a Premier League fan, and Yasir obviously would probably never show face again. It's never going to happen. Like,
Ricardo, I'm shameless. I will not watch the Premier League. I will only watch the Championship. I'm shameless.
Look, they'll probably lose. They'll probably lose against Liverpool. Although Liverpool a little dodgy too, but I think
that game next week is it's a big game.
But come on, man, they're not.
You know the funniest thing about United getting relegated is facing them in the FA Cup. Then they're like, oh, once a Premier League
behave, Don. Behave, bro. Relax,
man. The second round of the FA Cup. That would be hilarious, right?
Are you saying these guys are going to be like the new Blackburn Rovers?
Yeah, or Nottingham Forest, Nottingham Forest. Oh, a once great empire falling. So talk to me, Rabiot, man. Talk to me, Rabiot.
Regarding Rabiot, right? I don't get United, man. Like the last thing you'll need in your squad is another player who believes they're better than they are. You already have enough of that, right? You got so many of those, and that's the issue with United, whereby look at Maguire. This guy still has chest to go almost week in, week out and act as if he's the best defender in the league. And he still talks about it. Look what I do and all of that. Another thing is what United need is more team players. Let me give you City, for example. We don't have the best individual footballers, right? Collectively, we're the best, right? Because we play well as a team. We have a lot of team players, and that's what you need, especially in what you guys are fighting. Look at an example for Crystal Palace, who just played Liverpool. They played a good team game, even though yes, you have a few. And when you're fighting in these kind of situations, that's what you need a lot of. Now the thing is this: although McSauce is shit. Right, and that's one thing you can give him. That boy has spirit. Like, even though you can see he's crap, but the effort is there. And United need 11 of those. They don't need superstars. Your guys have, and Rabiot, bro. Like,
it is. I mean, it's like that. It's the worst. Rabiot is the worst possible player to come into this situation at United. The worst. The worst.
Well, Arnautovic would be worse.
Exactly. Like, look at your target. That shows you where your mind. So I feel for Eric 10 months, bro. I feel for that guy. Like, I don't know,
bro.
What
he
was
doesn't
thinking.
Have 10 months, 10 weeks.
At this form, and what's worse is you guys are versing Liverpool, who are struggling as well. So they'll try to prove a point, right? And you are the guys they're gonna try to prove a point on, bro. So hang in tight, Yasir. I don't know if you'll be up for the next game, man.
If you really cared, bro, give us Bernardo Silva, bro.
I don't care, bro. I didn't say I care. I wish you guys had relegated. Who says I care, man? I'm enjoying this. More of this, please.
We gave you Tevez, bro.
So that talk to me, man.
So I watched the highlights of the Juve game against Sassuolo yesterday, and they looked really good. And Rabiot wasn't even in the squad. Di Maria and looks good. The Locatelli and Zakaria look like they're
really good.
Yeah, they look like they're starting to become Juventus again. So it clearly looks like Rabiot is just another potential Juventus reject now. So
like
I mean, hey, like Cristiano. Wait, what? So I think that Rabiot's interest, and for Rabiot's interest, it's best for him to move because Juventus seem to be good without him, and the fact that Man United are going for him, if Rabiot joins, he's a better ball-playing midfielder than McTominay and Fred. He's better passer of the ball. He's better on the ball. But there comes so much more. Like, at least with Fred and McTominay, those two, they'll try and they'll put in effort. Even if the rest of the team is not trying, those two at least try. They are not the best players, but they will run around. I don't even know if Rabiot would do that. And Rabiot would just be another one of those players that just sees all the other players sounding too little, and he'd be like, "Oh, then I can do the same." So it's not something that makes sense for United. I think he would not improve their chances at not getting relegated next season. I think they would still be in a relegation battle with Rabiot. They need some. I think Vardy they're being linked with. That would maybe be an okay signing because again, they needed a Cristiano replacement. Casemiro is a joke. That's not happening. And so, but the thing, I just don't see who United can get because they need to look for someone in the Premier League that's below them, that finished below them, a quality midfield there. Because there's nobody that's going to go from a Champions League club to Manchester United. That's not happening. And most clubs are now, outside of England, are a little bit looking at Manchester United like, we avoid this club at all costs.
You know what's funny, guys? I just saw the report just now, guys.
It's better than McTominay.
Guys, I saw a report just now that literally see United fans, for our own mental health, we need to stay off of Twitter. Apparently, a report from Spain said that Man United officials, like the people who do transfer, Morta or whatever, are in Spain right now in Madrid, trying to sign Felix the Cat and the Casemiro. Bro, I actually read that. You know, like
João Felix, really?
João Felix and Casemiro. Like it's a hope that kills
Are you guys kidnapping these guys?
Why are we linked to these players? We're just not that club anymore. Why? Why are you giving Man United false hope? Literally, the journalists, they have us on strings. They have our emotions on strings,
But
I didn't know the guys on Twitter were like, yes, we're there. Felix, let's go.
I feel as if this is the Glazer looking for an out. In case that things don't go their way, they'll be like, okay, we tried. Look at the profiles of the guys you were looking for.
And we fall for it, though. Splash, we fall for it all the time. Like, even
I blame the fans. I agree with Pogba. Like, United don't have the smartest fans. You guys are
done.
Yeah, no,
you know
no,
what it is,
they're
though?
mad.
It's a hope. You know, even I just imagine Casemiro drop. It's like, oh, they look good in red.
All right, so okay, let me hear some debates. Daddy issues. Pandu destroyed Juve. Benzema, Dybala, now United. Chelsea next. I mean, I wouldn't say he destroyed them. I wouldn't say he destroyed them. Cristiano is just what he is. And I just think that when you get Cristiano, you have to understand that you have to cater to him for better or for worse. So, daddy issues against it. Pendu fanboys trying to link him to all clubs. Last still salty about Messi grabbing United's, we'll see, in 09 and 2011. Your boy Paul. Only Arsenal are left to challenge City now. Paul, we're gonna get back. No, Paul. On the next topic, I'm gonna address this. I'll address it. Don't worry, I'll address this, bro. David C. We already have a Scottish mixed sauce. Don't need a French one. Look, he's better than McTominay, but I get what Osuna is saying. At least McTominay is gonna try. Rabiot, you put him where everything is going well. You don't bring Rabiot in this situation because this situation it requires a different kind of a player, not a freaking Rabiot.
Might as well sign Icardi as well while you're at it.
Someone said on Twitter they wanted to see a Veronica versus what's Icardi's wife name? What's her name?
Wanda.
They want to see that. They want to see that clash.
That's so bad. David C. I'll say this again. He underperformed worse than McTominay in a league where 40-year-old Ibrahimovic won the league and Damian won the title. That's how low United are. You're going for a guy who can hardly even get into a Juve team in the freaking Serie. I mean, come on, bro.
No, but sorry, before we move on, you're like, we look at something like Bayern Munich, right? They got rid of Lewandowski, a guy who can guarantee you 50 goals a season, and the idea was always to have those goals spread around, right? That was the idea. Everybody knew this. The higher-ups even said it themselves. Look, don't get me wrong. United, at this moment right now, they need Ronaldo. But why do we act like if Ronaldo leaves, perhaps it wouldn't be better? Not saying that Ronaldo's holding this team back, but maybe for Ten Hag's sake, he wants these goals spread around more rather than just be centered around a 37-year-old.
It's an attitude
I'm-
problem, not a tactical problem. It's an
I'll
attitude
give you
problem.
one more. I'll add on to what Ricardo just said. One thing I don't understand until now is Man United don't care about the academy. You're telling me you can find 2, 3 players from the academy, young, inexperienced, yeah, but with talent that you can nurture into the
Yeah,
squad.
that's Savage, like Savage's son. Seems to be pretty good. and so forth.
Because look what
Garnacho.
Arteta did. Arteta when he looked so bleak, who did he turn to when he was dire? He turned to Saka and
Well,
he has his on the money because my thing is that
Pep tech.
you have to just Crystal Palace. Who do those guys have? But they can work as a team, and I think that's the point that Smoke made. It's not just about getting guys who have big names and so forth. Maguire is trash. They're not trash. Get guys who can play, function as a team, function as a unit, and they can beat those guys.
No, I mean United, they do have some talented players. It's not actually they don't have nobody. I do agree that they have pretty much disowned all their academy products. When they have that Argentinian kid,
Garnacho.
who actually seems like a good player.
He is.
They also have apparently they reincarnated Zidane somehow.
Is it Dan Iqbal?
Yeah. Apparently the kid's good. I mean, look, we can see it in your chat. They're like, to who are they going to feed to? How are you going to rely on martial arts and Sancho? It's like you have no choice. It's like I think sometimes with Ronaldo, because he's such a proficient goal scorer, that a lot of the times, like even at Barcelona, we saw it, that a lot of players they defer to their best player, right? So it's like, oh, let's just feed Ronaldo because he'll figure it out, or give
rather
the ball
just
to
like
Messi.
being a lot more
Exactly.
three-dimensional in how you approach.
Even I think it was when Messi left, PK had an interview, and he himself admitted like we just relied. We were pretty what's the word? We were just
One-dimensional. Predictable.
Not predictable. We were way too dependent on Messi.
Yes.
Like the fact that Messi was on our team, it was just a cop out to play to him because we knew he could figure it out. It's the same thing with I think Ronaldo leaving. One, it could be a win-win for both situations. Ronaldo gets his Champions League. Obviously, it's gonna hurt in the beginning, but for the long run, playing without Ronaldo and having other players take the responsibility of actually being better and perform rather than defer to the guy, it would be better for the team. And I personally think that's what Ten Hag wants. And I don't think Ronaldo is the profile that Ten Hag wants.
Side note, before I even say anything, I think we need to give more credit to Vieira.
Yeah.
Yes.
I remember when he came in, he the bookmakers had him the most likely to get fired the first 6 months before he even played, and hence at the end of the day, the team always wins, right? The team, if you see for in longevity wise, the team will always win than when you have your individual stars. Hence.
And that's what we saw at Anfield. Like those guys, they play well as a team. They know exactly what they're doing from back to front.
Look at even Fulham when they drew with Liverpool. Liverpool had the stars, and the thing was having stars makes you cocky because you feel as if we're better than those guys, we deserve to beat them. Whereby when these guys put together a team, and it shows. So my question would to Ten Hag to 10 months is this. Is he brave enough to do what a Pep or what an Arteta done? Because you saw what Arteta done with Aubameyang. Even though at first it didn't pay dividends, but now you can see Pep as well with Joe Hart. That was a City legend. He came in and like, okay, I know you England's number one, but for my team, you're not good enough to play to play.
For me, I think that's a very because I think I would have so much respect for 10 months if he came in and says, I know what guys are saying about Maguire. I've watched you. We've all watched you. You're not good enough. Eric Bailly, take his spot. All right. Alps, choose the best player for every position. You'll end up not with a strong 11, but with 11 strong ones. Don Johan Cruyff. Yeah. See, that's what I said. A team will always beat 11 amazing individual superstars. If you pick 11 guys who are the best superstars in the world and just shove them in an 11 against medium guys, but as a team will always win. That's how football works.
Casemiro. People forget when Real Madrid, they were struggling to fit in James Rodriguez, Toni Kroos, and Modric in the midfield three. It didn't work. What worked was Casemiro. You add Casemiro to modern cross, it works magically. So
Casey says, Man U going all in for Casemiro now. Varane 2.0, it ain't happening, bro. It ain't happening. David T, my autocorrect needs induction into the academy. Shut up, bro. Okay, so guys, so, Alice, yes, this is some respite for you, man. Simple question, guys. Is it over? EPL title, is it over?
yes, yes.
No.
It's been. Let me tell you this.
No. Osuna, why no? Because I'm more interested in Osuna's no.
Because Chelsea can still compete.
Okay. Sorry. Let me rephrase this. Is it over for Liverpool?
Yes.
Why? Because of these 2 draws, or what they look?
Because they don't look good enough. Simply don't look good enough.
You know what it is though. It's. I always said this. League is also. It's like a psychological battle. It's a mental battle. It's like. So it's like the thing about Man City that's annoying. So Man City, they can go 10, 12, 13 games. Win.
Repetition.
They can do that, and they can do it just like that. The moment you lose a game or you draw a game, it feels like the end of the world when you change the City. It does. You feel like
but yes, do you know why it's even deeper? And I'm sure Smoke will get in on this, but do you know why it's deeper? City won the league.
Yeah,
they won the league. What do? So they just clinched Sergio Gomez now, and they just got Haaland, who's regarded as one of the best finishers. Yeah, and go Phillips. Liverpool, you didn't win the league. So if you don't win, you should be doing more. Who do you go and get? You're going to get Charles Darwin. What about your midfield? You're still playing Henderson and Milner in that midfield, and you're the team that didn't win the league. If you didn't win, there is more onus on you to say what's up in the transfer market over the team that's won the freaking league.
Yes.
Also, just to add something quickly, like you said, look how they strengthen, and Liverpool. I mean, it's like when you compete against Man City, you cannot afford to lose. You cannot afford to lose any of your best players, not a single player.
Yeah, see, for me, that's why I want us to have a real honest conversation. I think Klopp is arrogant, and Klopp, there is no space for you to be arrogant when the guy you're competing against has won 4 out of 5 of the last few Premier Leagues, and in the last 5 years, you've only given me a Premier League and a UCL. Because I'm saying you're arrogant because it is in your arrogance that this guy has pimped you domestically, and you have not decided that, okay, Firmino, we need a replacement for you. Milner, Henderson, you're out. Come in, revamp the midfield. And you know what, Sadio Mane, get lost, and we're not going to replace you with Luis Diaz. That has been disrespectful to what Mane is. I know that
100%.
Mane started the season off bad last season, but in these two games, you see what you're missing from Sadio Mane. Luis Diaz, great score and so forth. Luis Diaz doesn't bring what Mane brings.
You know, it's a bit too premature to say it's over, but it's going to be difficult for Liverpool in the sense that, for me, I always say the most
I don't know, man.
Wait, the most impactful player for me for Liverpool was always Mane. Even when they played
against
the thing is, Mane is similar to our KDB or Gundogan, right? When it counts, they are there, right? They're not there for all these useless matches prior to the season when, no. Business end of the season, he steps up. He's like, give me the ball, let me do something. Like a game against Crystal Palace, it required such. Shout out to Diaz, but I don't see that happening week in, week out. Right? That's going to be a once in a long while. And the issue with Liverpool from last season is still there. They can't break down low blocks. You saw they were spamming 50 crosses like a Stoke or Burnley would do. Right? That showed you that they don't have ideas. Hence for them, if Thiago doesn't play, Trent has to basically be the playmaker, which now gives them defensive frailties. They still sus on the counter, and you saw it yesterday against Zaha. Against good oppositions, they punish you. So I still see them, because the thing is this: people think that Liverpool lost the league because of losses. No, they lost the league because of draws. Those guys have only lost like 2 or 3 games, but they've drawn like 50. Right. So, at the end of the day, I always knew that with Firmino declining, I don't see Nunes doing, because the thing is, City, we have enough chances that we will spread our goals around. Haaland is more of a bonus in the Premier League, and you can see it. he gives us an extra dimension, but we can still win games with a false nine, and we've proved it back-to-back seasons. So our only test will be in the Champions League like always. But as for the league, Liverpool will need a miracle. I'm not saying
No,
because there's still injuries that can
no,
come.
Smoke. Why I say it's so hard is my thing is that here's the thing: if Klopp doesn't make any midfield signings, Smoke, it's done. Because we know that for Henderson and Milner, these guys have clearly passed it. Thiago, we know that he's injury prone, so there's too much reliance on Thiago. Darwin Núñez, he has to adapt, and we can see that he now has to adapt. And the issue is this: I think someone made me the point. City have a two flex. So we can hit you how we hit you before, which is short, quick passes and triangles. Or if that doesn't work, we've got Haaland. So we can hit you with Haaland, or we're going to hit you with how we've hit you in the past few years. Liverpool, we can only hit you one way because Luis Diaz can't do what Mane does. And Firmino isn't able to do what he used to do, which is be that points man that he used to be. So all it is spamming. It's like Salah or bust. Because
it was sad. Man, it was sad seeing Liverpool hit 50 crosses into the box. I'm like, nah, man, you can't be the best in Europe. Because at the end of the day, the best break down teams. That's what you do. You break down teams to show that you're the best. You have to break down low blocks, week in, week out.
Also, Sona, talk to me, man. Liverpool, man.
Liverpool I think their season is going to be a bit of a struggle if as Klopp says, they don't bring in anyone. I think people underestimate how important Mane was, as Smoke was saying. If you look at most of Liverpool's goals, it goes through Mane. He is the one that links the midfield to the attack because the midfield isn't quality. And the thing about Liverpool is that they don't actually have a lot of goal scorers. City, they have a lot of goal scorers who can share the goals around. The midfielders score, the attackers score. They have plenty of players in those areas. The midfielders for Liverpool don't score. They're not goal scorers.
No, because also, what's it called? Last season, Gundogan pretty much just went crazy.
That was the
Gundogan, a midfielder, went crazy, and that's how they won the league.
Yeah, exactly. During COVID season, that happened. And so, but if you look at Liverpool's goals last season, it was Salah got a few, Salah got like maybe a third, Mane got like maybe another third, and then Diaz got maybe a sixth, and then another sixth to the rest of the team. But you're losing a third.
Jota got some goals.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But you're losing basically a third or a quarter of your goals for I'm sorry, but Núñez. And this guy, he doesn't provide what Mane provides in the attack because Mane, he is an intelligent player. He knows how to interchange with the link with the midfield and then bring the ball to Salah. He is the reason why the ball can go to Salah and to Diaz. Now with Núñez, when you have a stick up front, you can only bounce the ball off the stick. And unfortunately, this stick is the only bouncing he's doing is bouncing off people's noses. So I think that their season with their midfield currently, with their lack of quality, their lack of depth anywhere, they're so thin everywhere. They have like a starting 11, and then they don't really have anyone else. Yeah. So I don't know if I said continuously that you're fighting for third with Spurs. This is a battle for third.
But just to add on to what everyone is saying, it's also about the system as well. Liverpool, for a very long time, people don't like Firmino, but then there's a reason why he plays Firmino all the time because how valuable Firmino is in coming deep and bringing more numbers into the midfield and allowing, back in the day, Sadio Mane coming from the left and Mohamed Salah coming from the right to occupy that vacant striker role. But then they switched it into Sadio Mane now being in midfield and literally doing more than what Firmino was doing. It was a far better Firmino. But now you take the interchangeable three and you put in how do I say this? Static striker. He's not a built-up striker. He's in the box
traditional
striker.
traditional number 9
striker. Well, you have to play to him, and in that sense, you become more predictable and it's easier to defend in that sense. And it's like it takes time to adjust to him.
No, but yes, it might think that we said it way before.
Yeah,
but I always said tick, trust in Klopp. But we said that with how Klopp has played, you had Lewandowski at Dortmund, Firmino at Liverpool. How Darwin Núñez? How does that work with how I know that you want to attack?
But it's like it could work, but it will obviously take time. But then the thing is, you're competing with some freak
No,
of
no, 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 but
nature.
yes,
Pep
no, but
Guardiola.
yes, you're missing the point I'm making.
Yeah,
Look at
Yeah.
how he used Lewandowski at Dortmund.
yeah,
Look at how he used Firmino at Liverpool. You can see similarities in profile of Firmino and Lewandowski.
Yeah.
Darwin Núñez is in a different stratosphere in profile to Firmino and Lewandowski. So that's where the confusion is.
true.
Yeah,
but-
yeah, sir.
yeah.
Just to add to HH, Nunes works against the high line because if you saw against him in Fulham, he was running behind the defense. That's how he got the goals. Whereby yesterday, in front of a low block, he can't do anything because a
That's
low
true.
block, you need to be able to bounce the ball off someone. Because I don't know if you saw that the goal which Haaland assisted, right?
Yeah,
Haaland held two defenders. Gundogan ran off him. He passed and then not.
But Dan,
you need all that play.
You know
Yes.
what's so amazing about what you just said? Like that's the difference to HH. That and then like obviously we have our narrative, we have our agendas, all that stuff about goal scoring, about Haaland, Nunes, who's gonna score more goals. But Down Smoke hit the nail on the head. Manchester City doesn't need. They'll be happy if he scores goals, but they don't need Haaland to score goals. Liverpool, they are desperate for Nunes to score goals. If he doesn't score goals, where are the goals coming from? It's literally that simple. So it's for me. That's why I look when I look at this.
Yes, hold up. That's what. Who got the big contract? So it was Salah or Mane. Salah, Mane. The guy said, "Hey, Salah's going to score."
But
So
both are
yes. My thing right now is the pressure now is on Salah. Because my thing is that Darwin, this is now a three-match ban for him right now.
Yeah.
I think Jota is still missing. Even when Jota comes back and things, Luis Diaz ain't going to give you those higher amounts of goals.
These guys gonna
Jota
actually
might
lose to
be.
United.
So there's now, because see,
Mhm.
Liverpool was always Salah, volume of goals, Mane will always come clutch.
Yeah.
Salah, volume of goals, Mane will come clutch. Now the Mane thing is now out. Salah, your output now has to go even greater. But not only your outputs, those key games.
No,
Fulham,
but
we need that winning goal.
Mane leaving affects Salah's goal tally because the thing is this: when you have Salah and Mane, right, they both goal threats. So it means that you need at least two players occupying both, right? So now with Mane gone, it means the defense has a break because okay, Diaz is good with his feet, but he's not clinical, so we can give him more space and focus on Salah. So now Salah gets more attention, meaning that he gets less chances than before.
Not only that, Don, when you have a striker, there is even Salah needs to be a playmaker. Even Salah has to create for him. That's the thing. Like when you have like a traditional striker, you have to play to him. Like in the second goal they scored in Fulham, who created that goal? It was Salah that crossed it. But the Salah would need to defer more to the traditional striker and play to him than actually Salah playing his own game.
But yes, sir. Before I go to but yes, here.
Yeah.
Doesn't Klopp realize that?
Yeah.
For you to compete, you have to replace that midfield. How can you? Because I was shocked when Mike said to me that Klopp says that he's done with transfer activity.
But
No, but the thing is, HH, I get them. The thing is, the injuries is like 2-3 weeks. 2-3 weeks. So because of that, if you do buy a new player, you stuck with him, and the player just came back from injury. And what's worse is they rotate. It's 2-3 weeks. This one, as soon as it's fit, the next guy 2-3 weeks, and then you find the whole season.
But Don, also like I feel like that's an excuse because this is what Liverpool do. Liverpool they don't buy a lot of players. Like they don't. Let's be real. Like last summer, not this summer, last summer they only bought Konate. The year before that, I think they bought Jota and Thiago. That's it.
No,
like
they brought in winter signings because
but
of the
yeah. I mean, but technically they just don't sign a lot
But
of
the
players.
quad is still on. The quad is still on.
Okay, so before it comes, just quick. Here's my thing. My thing is that look, I still rate Klopp as a manager. I still think he's a damn good manager. And when Jota comes back, hey, they could win games. So just to be very clear here, I'm not saying that Liverpool are screwed. They're going to mess up. All I'm saying that this was my logic when I said Tottenham will come second, and people came at me. Now Liverpool could still end up doing well, but my logic was Liverpool, if they don't really revamp the midfield and they don't properly replace Mane, I think you're going to see a massive fall off with an overreliance on Salah and Nunes having to readjust, which leaves space for a Tottenham or a Chelsea to say what's up to City? Ricardo, talk to me, man.
I think there's too much emphasis being put on Mane. I think it has to do more so with the midfield. The midfield is not good enough to be a top club, in my opinion. It never has been. Um, Now with the whole Mane, I do agree with Don Smoke saying that they're essentially a package deal, Mane and Salah. Like they both benefit off of each other. We can't act like Mane was the one holding this team together because let's say Mane stayed and Salah left. Well, now where's your volume goal scorer? Because we know Mane is not a volume goal scorer. So either way, whoever left, this team was essentially going to be fucked from the very beginning. It's just that Mane decided to leave. I think Klopp said that Mane has actually wanted to leave since last year, and he just honored that last year or whatever, and he stayed. So it wasn't even that the club chose who to keep. Mane actually wanted to leave and try something new. He said it himself when he was at Bayern. He's won it all at Liverpool. I want to try something new, and he banked it on himself, got the money he deserved. Now, as for Liverpool, like even Mane leaving, whoever you were going to sign was never going to fill the void, especially not Darwin Nunez, because they're two completely different players. And I think Liverpool were even fortunate enough that Mane last season had the ability to play as a center forward because Luis Diaz was actually the proper replacement for Mane. I don't think the true intention was for Mane to play as a center forward. He did have the ability, but I mean, he's a quality player, and that's why he's succeeding at Bayern Munich. But then again, Bundesliga is Bundesliga. So he's obviously going to get better numbers there. But I personally think that they're going through a transition. They're entering a transition period because you got Darwin, you got Luis Diaz, you gave Salah the contract. Now, Salah really isn't going to be part of the long-term future, but it's more so to keep them competitive while they're rebuilding. Because what you don't want to do is be at the top, not necessarily like second or at least competing for the title, and then just plummet your whole team, and then you're not competing because you don't even know how these new talents are going to work out. So keeping Salah, in my opinion, was actually probably the smarter move because at least he can guarantee you a volume of goals.
Yeah. No.
But obviously they're looking, Van Dijk. To me, Van Dijk is still good, but he hasn't been the same since that knee injury.
Yeah.
But you look at the future of the club. Obviously Trent is going to be there. They signed that Portuguese kid Fabio Carvalho, who's actually pretty good. So I think they're actually going through a transition period. They're entering that stage, and they're just trying to keep Salah, maybe for commercial reason, because Salah, I believe he's the biggest Muslim athlete in the world. So you can't act like that's not a big issue or it's not a big deal. Like I said, he's one of the top players. I personally think Salah is the best player in the league, just because honestly, once I saw City win the Premier League without De Bruyne that 1 year, I'm like, De Bruyne is not the best player in the Premier League. It's more down to Pep's system. And then when I saw that year where what's his name, Van Dijk pretty much was gone, like Salah by himself kept Liverpool in the top four.
He did.
To me, that's when I was like, okay, Salah's clearly the best player in this league. But that's Salah for Liverpool to even contend. I've always said this. They have to have an historic all-time campaign just to even contend with City. That's
99 points. 99 points.
That's the opposition they're dealing with here, and it's unfortunate. But with Salah, even to get close, he's gonna have to maybe break his Premier League record, maybe get like 25 and maybe like 15 assists because he's gonna have to do a carry job now that his partner in crime is not there anymore. And I could expect Salah to have that level of season, but I don't think that's gonna translate to Liverpool being successful in the Premier League. Like he will stat pad because he kind of tends to do that sometimes. But you can't expect much out of Nunes. Like Diaz scored his first goal in like that might be his first goal period. Like I don't know. It was a great goal, but I think there's actually questions about Liverpool's defense because they've had this notion that they're the best defensive team in the Premier League, but some of the goals they concede, especially in transition, it's kind of like, what is this? Like I said, that like isn't the same player anymore.
Alisson's the reason why they don't concede because the chances are always there, but Alisson saves.
Hold
Them.
on,
Yeah, no,
so-
Alisson's by far the best goalkeeper in the Premier
No,
League,
but
top two in the world. But
quick thing, because I want to check Wikipedia, because we have to stop this whole Liverpool Man City. It is not a rivalry.
It's not.
They only sell that to make the Premier League. It isn't like, because I just looked at Wenger. So Wenger won the league with Arsenal. So he won the league 97, 98, 01, 02, then Invincibles 03, 04. So my thing is that I don't see Klopp winning the league this season or next season or the season. I think that I don't see Klopp winning the Premier League in the next 2 or 3 seasons. So Wenger and Fergie, as United, that period, that was a rivalry. Because Arsenal, in 6-7 years, got 3, United, the other thing. So is this now the 5th year with Klopp and Pep, or the 6th?
6th.
I think 6th year, bro.
6. Because the first year of Pep, Conte won. Well, let's be honest, man.
Yeah. Klopp was here before Pep, right?
Klopp came first.
Insane.
When are we gonna have the conversation that the Premier League is a farmers' league?
You saw what I wrote in the chat, right?
We're gonna have this.
No, guys, remember what I wrote in the chat, right? I don't want to say it out loud, but you guys can remember what I said in the chat. It's true, guys. Klopp is Pep's side piece. That's what it is. That's what it is.
And also, Rakuri, do you know what really angers me? Do you know what they try and do? They try and sell the top 4 thing. Top 4 is a loser's competition. You don't get it. So do you know what they do? Because it is a farmers league, they try and say, who's going to make top 4? And they try and make top 4 a thing. So you have top 4 shows. Top 4 show goes down top 4. So wait, guys, how is top 4 a freaking thing, bro? No, it's about winning the freaking trophy.
Every league has a top 4 race and has a relegation battle. Why would we act like this is unique to the Premier League? It makes no sense.
Also,
no,
guys,
but we're going to say it's the arrogance. So because they believe that because the Premier League has one of the most popular clubs and so forth, the top 4 race is now a real big thing. No, top 4 is just top 4, like relegation. It's about winning the league. If you get top 4, yes, you qualified for the Champions League. That's not an achievement. An achievement is you survived relegation of being a small club, and you won the freaking league.
You know what I feel too. It's that this is why I would always give Klopp the benefit of the doubt, is because the team that's actually competing with Man City, if you can even say compete, it's the team that is competing with a state. I would actually expect Chelsea to actually be competing with a state when they were ruled by an oligarch, but they couldn't do it. So it's like, come on, man! Like, this is not even a league.
But also, Ricardo, you know what really annoyed me last season, right? I don't care about the awards, because the awards are fugazi. The awards don't mean much, because it's just a popularity contest. Do you guys know who won the Manager of the Year for the Premier League last season? Do you guys remember that? Jurgen Klopp. What did he do to deserve that?
Yeah, but no. So there was a stat. There was the stat that showed that only when Man City has won the league has another manager won the league of the Manager of the Year in the history of the Premier League. It happened twice, when Mancini won it and when Pep won it.
Dan, he went back to back. He went to back to back.
Okay. So now this is my question. Even if it's still irrelevant, but let me still ask it. When it's that award, is that solely for the Premier League, or does that include
Premier League,
Karabuki and things?
Premier League?
No,
Premier League manager.
Then that makes no sense of Klopp winning. That's over Pep.
If it has to do with all of English football, then it makes sense.
No, it's Premier League Manager of the Year. Right.
It's Premier League.
The thing I was gonna say is this, right?
Sorry, pause. That makes no logical sense. If it's the Premier League Manager of the Year and you didn't win and a team won, now unless you're a manager who did something amazing with a small team, like let's say Moyes or so forth,
Vieira, yeah.
Or Vieira,
I was understand, yeah. No, HH. This goes. Even Bernardo recently posted saying that it doesn't make sense that we won the league, but we have the least players in the team of the season, whereby Liverpool had the most. For what we don't really know. And the other thing is, the thing that bites Klopp in the ass is the fact that he says we have the best fullbacks, the best defense, the best goalkeeper, the best midfielders, the best striker, the best wingers, and the best manager. So basically, you're saying you have the best team,
Yeah, but
yet you don't win.
You know what annoys me is like I have never seen a team or club that gets celebrated so much for finishing second. They
Bro.
finished second for them for like the 2 times they finished second. You would think they were the best team in the world,
It's
and I'm like,
clearly
what?
it's clear that the Premier League, the English media, have a problem with state-owned
Yes.
clubs because
Yeah,
right now,
yeah.
out of all the teams competing, maybe not Arsenal, I mean Arsenal's new, but for the last 5 years, the only team that's been relevant in the Premier League that isn't a state-owned club is Liverpool. So they're gonna
Yes.
big them up even more. That's why they have
Yeah.
biases with Manchester United and when they're relevant. So that's the only thing I can think of.
But for me, it's like you cannot have your cake and eat it. You cannot praise Pep Guardiola and his genius, but not reward him for his genius. Like, are you telling me Pep Guardiola won 4 out of the 5 Premier League titles, and I think he has won like how many Premier
No,
League
but
managers
yes,
a
you
year?
know what it is?
Yes,
Come on.
it's called
because-
it's called voter fatigue. Like it's not an objective awarded trophy or
Oh,
award.
no, but you know what it is? Because see, I don't know whether Smoke you said this when I had to change batteries. Is Pep? I think it was the 98-point season when Pep said that. I know, we won and so forth, and you want Liverpool to win. Basically, alluding to the fact of like the media favors Liverpool and the media wants Liverpool to win.
You win,
I
yeah.
think that Pep knows, and I think it's City are like the new kids on the block. And City, because they're linked in with the oil money and so forth,
Yes.
City don't feel as English as, say, Liverpool. Like the
Yeah.
darlings of English media are Man United and Liverpool. So these are
Liverpool,
teams
yeah.
that the English media favor more, which is United and Liverpool. Cities, because they're new and they don't have the kind of history and they don't feel as English as United or Liverpool, the media look at the whole
No,
quarter.
I
So
feel as if
it's makes it for the guys.
I feel as if they hate how good we are. That you have one of the best Liverpool teams, and they still can't beat us, right? So they hate us literally. Even last season, they wanted Liverpool to win. You could see all the English narratives like, "Oh, look at the comeback," but the fact that we beat them and the way we beat them,
Yeah. Oh, no, and also, do you know what it is? I think, so as I said, because United and Liverpool, they're favored by
Yes.
the media. And it's not only City winning, the way in which they've won and how dominant they've been. If you ask the reporters, they don't like it because it makes the Premier League look bad. Because it's one thing that we'd rather it was United or Liverpool because that makes it better for the English media. And also, you're winning it so convincingly and in such a dominant fashion, it makes the Premier League look like a fruit sellers league. It's not good for reporting.
it's funny. Like when you praise Klopp for what he's done in the EPL, Pep has outdone him. Whatever record you can bring, Pep has records better than him. But then you'll try to spin, and at the end, I think it's just trying to sell the league as if it's not a farmers league. Like, oh, you know what? It's not just City. There's also these guys who are there. They're always there.
Oh, no, but see, the numbers speak for itself because, as Ricardo said, like this is it's Pep has made it a farmers league. He's made it a farmers league. Like it is what it is because it's like it's 4 out of 5, 100 points, 98 points, goals record, consecutive wins record. That's why I said that. Look, I respect Fergie, and I'll always give. All Fergie has over Pep is longevity. Pep is not going to do 3 in a row.
Yeah.
So all that Fergie will have is longevity, and you were able to destroy and build up new teams. But Fergie never made a team in a single season as good as Pep. What Pep has been able to do in individual seasons is unlike anything I've seen Premier League-wise, based on just quality of performance, which is points accumulation, goals scored, consecutive wins.
Yeah, and actually, I think it's all the fact that they remember before he came, they're like, oh, you can't do it in England. You can't do it. And the fact that he came and he's like, okay, you wait, I'll show you guys.
And he completely destroyed it.
You know what's crazy, HH though? You know, when you watch them play, you know, one time I watched them play, and I think they had a midfield pivot of Bernardo Silva, Ilkay Gundogan. Like they did that in the Premier League, and I'm like, how? Like people out here telling the Premier League is physical, and you look at Man City, and you look at Gundogan, and you look at Bernardo Silva, and they look all small, and like how?
But yes, do you know what it shows? This is what I've always said. That's why I say, don't give me that piss. I'm power crap. That's why I've always said that. Whenever comments, this is what I say. This is something to my black brothers out there. If you're black, especially for my young black brothers there, and a coach compliments you on your pace and power in football, that's not a compliment. That's an insult. Because skill will always rise to the top. If you're smart, intelligent, and you play the game the right technical way, you'll always do. So this crap about how the Premier League is tougher. No. What Pep has shown is you play good football the right way, the right technical way, you will get 100 points, you will get 98 points, you will win 30 plus games, and you will baptize this league.
Because one thing my dad always told me was, you can never be faster than the ball. Like, I don't care how physical you are. If you can't, have you ever, like, I don't know, like I don't know if all of you guys have played football, but have you ever been in a situation where you're playing against a possession-based team that are very good, and you're just chasing the ball? Do you know how insanely exhausting that is, HH?
I've had that. No, because I remember, like, there was one team, and I'm still friends with him. Like, there was this guy, because I was a midfielder, and this guy was a midfielder as well. And I was like, I can't get this ball off this dude.
Yeah.
Like, this dude was like, because he saw 3 steps ahead. Every time he had the ball, he knew how to make a pass, and he just knew how to drift past. So it was like, bro. And all I was doing was just chase. And if you make a team chase and so forth, they tire out physically and mentally. Why was that Spain tiki-taka so effective? It wasn't. It was a psychological breakdown, because you're like, we've been chasing for 70 minutes. Oh, we have the ball. Hoof it. Because you've not had the ball for such a long time, you're like, oh, we have the ball. Before you know it, you've lost it. It's a psychological breakdown.
Look, like you what? I swear, that's exactly how Manchester City's every game it is. They literally keep the ball forever.
That's what Chelsea do.
By the time the other team has the ball, the moment the other team has the ball, Pep Guardiola, he's a bastard. You know what he tells them? Suffocate the player. So a lot of the players in the lower teams, they don't have a lot of good technical players. So when you're pressed by 3 players, what are you gonna do?
Nothing. This is jobs. Alps. Pep about to three-peat 3 times in 3 different leagues. He didn't three-peat did he three-peat in Spain?
Yeah, he did.
No, he missed. It was 1 miss and then win again.
Oh yeah.
No. He repeated.
No, 09.
09, 10, 11. Yes, that's the repeat.
Oh my god.
Yeah, he did. It's 12. He didn't win. It's 12 when he didn't win. Yeah.
Something that people never talk about. The whole Bayern Munich winning about to win 11. He started that nonsense. Like he started the domination of Bayern Munich.
Technically, that was Heinkes.
But then, even when Heinkes, Klopp was still at Dortmund though. I think Klopp won twice.
When Pep came, he stopped Klopp from, because Klopp won it twice, and then Pep joined him, and that was the end of Klopp.
Yeah. It was the end of when Pep.
My man almost got relegated.
It was
Pep joined, and he almost got relegated.
Yeah. I remember that season.
I feel as if Klopp hates Pep because he joined him.
He follows him. He follows him.
QC, Monday nights, PG 18, Old Trafford showdown, T-Bag versus Klopp. Bro, I can't wait for Monday, man. I gotta wait for Monday nights, man. Elijah, thank you for the double, Elijah. To say the league is over after 2 games is highly disrespectful to the league as a whole. Never mind Liverpool. And yes, I do mean disrespect, because I am going via past experience. City are too good. City are too good. They're too consistent. We've seen what they've done in the past. Their closest challengers, Liverpool, I think that they've fallen off. I don't have much faith in what Chelsea look like. Tottenham, them as a squad cannot compete with City as a squad. Arsenal, they look good, but I don't trust it in Arteta or that team. So when you look at how good City are and you look at their challengers, it is not being disrespectful in saying that the league is over right now. It's just being realistic.
Just to add that, you look at City's fixture list. Honest to God, is there a single game where you heart and heart said, you know what, they can lose that game? You can't. You can't.
Had a run before the World Cup.
Without trying, they beat Bournemouth. Without trying.
Beating West Ham was more impressive.
Exactly.
West Ham, man.
There's a stats where if you look at the Community Shield winners of the last few years, they all sort of struggled in the season following. If you look at last season, Leicester, they finished 8th. The season before, Arsenal, they finished 8th. The season before, Manchester City, that's the only season they didn't win the league. The season before that, it was Man City against, who won the FA Cup? Chelsea, and that was I think that was Man City wouldn't want that, right? So that's it for last season that a Community Shield winner actually did anything well.
But
So
HH,
it's a curse.
You know what this shows me? People don't watch Man City because in America we have the luxury of watching every single Premier League team.
Yeah, it's
Like,
same
we
in
have that
Nigeria.
luxury.
Smoke. You have Super Sports in South Africa, yeah.
Yes,
Yeah, in Nigeria, in Nigeria as well, we have Super Sports where all the games, yeah.
So for me, I can watch about 38 games of Man United, and I can watch 38 games of Man City. Same. It depends on especially if they're not playing at the same time. So this is what happens when I watch Man City, right? I turn it on. Man City scores in the 12th minute. I turn it off. You know how many times I did that, HH? You know how many times I've sat down
once
to
we
watch
score
City
that early goal,
and just
like,
turn
you
it
can
off.
go.
It's over. Yeah, it's over. It's a wrap. Casey, if Pep does 3 in a row, my club agenda wins. But too early. Liverpool needs to pay for that illegal corner and destroying my summer. Your boy Khalid, Juve rejects might work in the EPL. Bentancur and Kulusevski works well with Spurs
Yeah,
last
yeah.
season.
Kulusevski is not a Juve reject.
Yeah.
No, he's not. He's not. That's
Bentancur
done for
is.
Juve.
Yeah.
No, but I'm saying regarding that
Dear
narrative,
God.
people don't understand that when you play for a big team, you normally play against a low block. Whereby when you're playing against a Spurs, you have much more room to operate. Hence, succeeding at a small team doesn't mean you're gonna play well for a big team.
Look at the new reports. Casemiro to United may happen. No, it's not.
No,
gonna
it's
happen.
not.
No.
That's a joke.
Daddy issues. CR77 must join CFC. I want to see Rege decline. It's not happening. Cristiano is not coming in.
But what a goal there Rege scored, though, by the way.
We don't have £10 million to pay off De Jong's wages, but have money to spend on Felix and Casemiro. I told you, I think United are just doing this just to show that at least they're trying. Points for effort.
But HH, just going back to that previous super chat, bro, we had to have an absolute honest discussion about Rege. Because I guess that Tottenham team, he played in a back three. Then he played as a right back. He scored the goal. The guy was...
He's their most important player.
The guy was unbelievable.
And yes, do you know why it makes me so angry when, for some reason, they make Mason Mount the face of the team? They both came to the academy and so forth. Reece James is Chelsea's most valuable player.
Unbelievable.
No, because here's the thing. Are Real Madrid trying to go in for Mount? I don't think so. They're trying to go in for Reece James because they know how valuable that guy is. So
he's coming, He's coming. He's coming next year.
He ain't coming.
He's a Real Madrid Galactico. Let's be honest, man.
He's coming to Madrid eventually.
What's it called? From your boy Elijah. United thinks they are playing manager mode or PES Master League. Zoteng TV. Casemiro, welcome to the greatest club in the world. MU. No, it's not happening.
He plays for the greatest club in the world.
Asensio and Mariano are heading to United. So Alps, Klopp refuses to get midfielders. All blame is on him. 1000%. Bro, Henderson is what's it called? Milderson. That's my name for them. Milner and Henderson. Milderson. Those guys are washed. Milderson is washed, bro. Talents FC. EPL relegation more pull than La Liga top 4. # Felix.
Wow, did you see? Shout out to English fans.
David C. Mark, Salah, and Diaz. No goals for Liverpool. Yeah.
Who's
your
Mark?
boy Patrick. Would you all say Liverpool risk missing top 4 if they don't make any midfield signing? No. They make top 4. Because there's still too much.
Though. It's competitive though. Is competitive.
They're still that much better than the other guys. They make top. No, for sure. Yeah. Elijah, Liverpool's issue is just like 2020-21. We're dealing with injuries. We can easily win 10 straight matches. Once everyone is back, we'll go well.
Who's missing? One center back?
Yeah. Okay. So what's it called? So Joseph wasn't playing. Thiago is injured. And
Thiago doesn't count though, bro. He plays like a quarter of the season.
Yeah.
That's the thing, because he's injury prone.
But also, actually, I think Fabinho might be on brick watch. The guy has been a brick lately, HH.
Shout out to Alps. Even though Haaland doesn't fit, City will still win. Oh, for sure, because he doesn't have to. Liverpool's future not looking great in 2 years. Well, I mean, some of those guys look like Cavalli and so forth. It depends how Nunes develops, man. letting Mane go and not to get Nkunku is the issue. Whether in
Nkunku
for
is that
Nkunku,
dude. Is that dude. He's that
No, they
dude.
wanted Matthias Nunes, the one who just who's going to Wolves, that midfielder. It was either him or Bellingham.
oh, wow.
But they're not getting Bellingham. Like, I feel like Bellingham's going to either City or Real Madrid.
So 2019 CL needs to be investigated for PEDs. Man, relax. But Alps, Liverpool have money. It's Klopp who is being stubborn. All right. DVT, this whole Liverpool falling off situation can be easily explained. Pep's assistants broke into the Liverpool dressing room and stole all their inhale. That's TV. Would Klopp be a side piece if he spends $1 billion?
He's close. He spends a lot of money. People try to put that under the attack. No, he spends a lot of money.
For me, you know what's hard to say? Like, if Klopp and Pep both spend the same amount of money, hard to say. Like, for me, I can't say that it's just about money.
No. Regarding money, people don't understand, right? There's cost and there's value. If City wants to buy a player, right, they're gonna charge us more than Liverpool because they know we have money. It doesn't mean that player is of that value, right? Whereby, if you look at, for example, Liverpool's front line, their front three was always better than us, even though ours may have cost more. Right? That's just a premium on being a club with money. Same thing with Chelsea. They're charging you 30 million for Aubameyang. It doesn't mean he's worth that amount of money, but they just know you have money.
It's fair. Adams,
Happy.
who needs to give me Aubameyang and Nene? We need to talk about Fabinho. He's been trashed for like 2 years now. Rodri is levels and it's not even close.
It's
No.
not even close.
Rodri is like it's
Rodri is top 3 in the
Fabinho.
world
Okay.
right now.
Yeah, I'll say no. Rodri is quality. Opposite to I'll say, is Fabinho under review or is he Class C?
I think
Under review.
HH is under review. Like,
I don't know.
HH, the guy has
Personally,
been so bad.
I don't know why people rate him so high. Personally, I think Casemiro and
Oh, yeah.
Roger.
Well, no, everyone knows
yeah.
Casemiro and Jorge are better.
Personally,
Fabinho was very good though.
Personally, ever since Busquets declined, Casemiro has been by far the best defensive midfielder in the world.
I mean, he had like a slippery slope.
100%.
No.
Slippery slope.
For me,
Casemiro is that
I
good.
still have Kimmich.
Casemiro
I
is
still have Kimmich for me.
Kimmich is
Although after
underrated.
Pep has left, I don't
Yeah.
think he's been the best. But Kimmich, for me, complete wise, going forward. Because the thing is, most DMs are just good defensively. Like, for example, Fabinho had never had anything going forward.
Yeah,
Bro,
right.
I love Casemiro. I love Casemiro forever. But I cannot forgive him for that Man City game. That was a Man City game where Gabriel Jesus and Kevin De Bruyne completely destroyed Casemiro in midfield.
So did Kante.
Like,
It's
bro,
happened.
I was. Oh,
Wait, let's go.
I was
So,
angry.
guys, now World Cup. Actually, can
Why
I
you
just say
like
that?
beef? Why you like beef? 18?
No. Hold on. Can I just say that we could have had a World Cup this summer, and Pogba would have been fit for it. I want to repeat that a World Cup in November is BS, and we all know why it's what happened. It is what it is, but it is what it is. This is how we are. So, guys, life is poetic, man. Life is poetic. So, what were the chances that those bomb-ass, loserish, filthy, stinking, disgraceful, utter garbage, gutter trash, disgusting, sickening a-holes known as the super losers would lose out the World Cup tickets to Ghana? Who would have thought it? But it happened. And who would have thought that Ghana would qualify against all the odds and they'd have Uruguay in the same group in what was definitely going to be Cannibal Suarez's last World Cup, because this is going to be it. Gyan has now said that he's 36, but he still believes that he can say what's up and make the World Cup. And you see, when it was drawn, when I even said it during the reaction, I said that squad. He doesn't have to start. You have to at least put him in the squad, because the World Cup, that is the kind of competition in which you put Gyan there and so forth against Uruguay and so forth. Something can happen. Something can happen.
I have sad news.
Because, okay, are we all in agreement that, let's rewind back to 2010 on that fateful night and so forth, you know, Suleiman Tari, quality, amazing goal. Forlan, who I believe Forlan has more knockout goals in the World Cup than both Cristiano and Mexico combined. So an amazing free kick. So ball comes in. and this is why people have Disney Plus. What was wrong with what Cannibal Suarez did?
Nothing. Played for the team.
Actually, the ball was in. The ball
No, he
was
played for the
in.
team. He
No,
wasn't in.
actually, I understand what you're saying, but
No,
the ball
John.
went in the net.
Smoke. It was going to go in, but that's
No,
in
it
which
was
point?
gonna go in. We were at the stadium, right? Because it was in SA, that World Cup, right?
Okay.
I'm explaining to you that Suarez was on the line. That ball was gonna go in.
Smoke. Wait, we actually in the stadium for the
No
game?
way.
Yes.
No
He was-
way.
Hey, Smoke.
No way.
Yeah.
You know what game I was at? I was at the game that Messi skied that penalty in the Copa America.
You were in the stadium.
See, Ricardo, you a hater. You see, you a hater.
Okay. So Smoke. Go on, Karen.
Yeah. So Suarez was on the line, right?
Yeah.
And then the ball came and he reacted with a punch, right? He just man just punched it. Now the thing is, he done what was best for the team.
Yes.
And at the end of the day, if you reverse the situation and the Ghanaian players done, at the end of the day, you must understand that this is a knockout of the World Cup. You win this, you go to the next round. It's more like, okay, we go to penalties, that we have a better chance. I get a red card, it's cool, right?
Yeah.
You can get injured the next game anyway, so who knows what was going to happen. So as much as we were angry, like we were all pissed on behalf of Africa. Right.
Smoke, man. That pained me, man. I won't speak. That pained me. I was so angry. Smoke. I'll be with you. And this was my reaction. I was just angry as Gyan.
Yes.
My anger was nowhere near Cannibal Suarez. I was like, score the freaking Smoke. You can't.
No.
You can't miss, man.
Kevin Prince Boateng was supposed to take the kick. Gyan was hyped up, and he's like, "No, let me take it."
And I Smoke, he rushed it. You can see that he rushed. He rushed it.
The thing is, he was under heavy emotion because for him it was like I was supposed to score a goal here, so it's like, let me just score it. No, Prince is like, no, calm down, let me take. He's like, no, I got this, and then he just passed it to the crowd, man.
No, HH, but you know,
he had the weight of a
I
continent.
get it, but then it's HH. The ball was going in though. Like that's the thing, HH. Like that was like.
So you guys. So let's say Smoke, you're playing for either Congo, South Africa, also you play for either South Korea or Holland. Yes, for Somalia, Ricardo for Peru, me for Nigeria. And let's say you are pretty good at you can take a penalty. You have a penalty to take your team, let's say, to their first World Cup final or to their first World Cup semi. Do you take it knowing that you could be a hero, or do you pussy us and be like, nah?
I'm gonna do the Mbappe. I'm doing the Mbappe.
No, but actually, it depends. It depends on the emotions you're under. If I'm under heavy emotions like anger, I don't take it.
Smoke, man. I can know because here's my thing is that look, see, it is for Nigeria. I have to be 120% sure that ball is going in.
Okay,
if I'm 99% sure, I'm saying nah, I can't do it. Because Smoke,
can I ask
you understand? You can't.
Yes.
You can't miss.
You can't miss it.
Can I ask a question? Am I the prime penalty taker and am I the best player on the park?
No. Yes, you are, but yes, yeah.
But
it's about pressure.
I can't.
It's about even the best penalty takers, when you have the weight of a continent upon you and histories upon you, that thing of taking a penalty in training or so forth ain't taking it when the pressure's on you and you've played like 2 hours.
That is so true,
bro. Man, it's like, man, I don't know.
I'm not gonna lie to you. If I don't know if I'll take it. That's the thing. I have no idea. But if I do, my legs will be like this. My legs will be shaking. I'll be terrified.
No, because my thing for Gyan, like, it was not only the pressure of Ghana, bro. As I was watching it, I was like, I told you, like, Ghana are like our cousins. I was like, because I have so many Ghanaians, I was like, Gyan, come on, bro. This is history. This is history here.
Bro, this is all of Africa, man. Like, let's be real.
Bro,
this is
like,
this is for Africa.
The mood around the stadium, like the stadium was deflated because it was a sure thing. Like the way Ghana was playing, it was like, okay, this story, this fairy tale goes on.
Wait, actually, what was the reaction like in this?
First of all, shout out.
No, it was deflation because the thing is this: first, when Suarez punches it, everyone is pissed. Then they give us a penalty. It's like, okay, we got this. And plus, Gyan was under fire. He was on fire. So when we saw Gyan taking it, we're like, okay, he knows what he's doing. Because we all saw the incident where Kevin Prince was asking for the ball. Gyan's like, no. Let me take it. Then Prince is like, okay, go for it, dog. And then then everyone was just in shock.
Prince should have taken it. Prince, he scores it.
You know my thought process. I thought it was a sure thing. I thought he was going to score. I don't know how, but I just like you. When he did that, at first I didn't know what happened. Like when it actually happened, I didn't know what happened because it's a TV. Everything just commotion and the way Suarez jumped, he pretended like he had the ball or something. Then when you look closely at it, you see that he handballed it and like
No, but do you know what I always say with penalties? This is my advice. Penalties. If you're nervous, two things. No, sorry. The basic thing is pick a side. Don't you dare pick a side. Stick to it. Pick a side. Try to make the keeper go the opposite way. Do moves, but pick a side and just do something in which you are trying to make the keeper go a certain way. Because really, if you pick a side and you fully get it in there, the keeper can't save it. Or if you're nervous, you want to always say down the middle.
That's why
hard, low, down the middle.
Not low.
Perlo is a legend.
Go high.
Perlo is a legend for what he done in the. This is the final penalty kick, Panenka.
Yeah.
Smoke. That's smoke. That's when you're mad. That's that's when you're mad. Don't mess with Zig.
What Benzema did as well. That was stupid.
No, World Cup final penalty kicks, right?
A World Cup final. Okay, so let me ask you guys. So should Ghana take Gyan?
No.
Ricardo, talk to me. Ricardo.
Hell no. But look,
Ricardo, before you answer, Ricardo.
Wait.
We all know what's happened. Wait. Let me Ricardo, we all know. I think he had like mental abuse after what happened. Ricardo, he doesn't have to start. Ricardo, what are the chances that Ghana make a World Cup based on how bad they were at the AFCON? What are the chances that they have Uruguay, in which with the Cannibals last World Cup? You don't just the squad.
Listen.
Because Ricardo, I bet you, if Gyan plays that game, he scores. Against Uruguay, he scores. Because it's the last game of the group, I think. It's the last game of the group.
Look, your guys' misery as Africans was my happiness as South.
No, that does not make sense.
You know what?
I thought all South Americans hated each other. I thought all South Americans hated each other. But I thought you guys were arch rivals.
No, we don't.
No, I'm saying. You know what this story reminds me of?
What?
Mo Salah asking for Real Madrid in the final.
It could be no, but what I was gonna get to is that Gyan was. You said he got mentally, like he got some death threats or whatever. He's lucky. He's lucky. Did he even get assaulted, like physically assaulted?
No. Stop. Smoke. Here's the difference right now. If that was a Nigerian who does it, your life is finished.
No, but
you can't. No. Smoke.
I'm sure.
Smoke.
I'm sure.
Your family. No, you can't. No, you can't land. Because here's the thing. Ghanaians, and I'm sure there's some Ghanaians here. Ghanaians are very nice people. They're just known as being very, very nice people. Nigerians are very arrogant people, extremely arrogant. If that was a Nigerian who prevented us from getting to a thingy semi, area boys are coming to your family's house. You get your family out of Nigeria and you leave that country at once because, bro, you'll never be able to leave.
You're still in exile in the Dominican Republic.
Do you know Kev? No, wait. Or I tell you a story first. Do you know Kev? Kev is like the Champions League equivalent in Africa, right?
Yeah.
So now there's a team called TP Mazembe in DRC, right? So a foreign team comes to play there, and they're losing. What happened is halfway through, broadcasters get chased out. Like, right? Broadcasters get chased out. The game is no longer on TV, right? And they tell the referee, like, we know where you stay. Man, the referee gave like 3 or 4 penalty kicks in the game. Well, like, I'm trying to explain to you, like he tried his best to make the home team, bro. Like you know on TV where it tells you like, oh, broadcasting era, we're gonna to be bro. Like for 20 minutes, the stream went off, and that's Africa.
Bro,
Let me cut it
My point was
down.
is that Gyan got off the hook easy. He got off the hook easy. Because let's just say it was my continent that was on the receiving end of that fat L. All right. Do you remember
The
Escobar?
Colombian guy. Yeah.
Yes.
Wow, Ricardo, that was my
oh my
that was my first World
God.
Cup. That was my first World Cup. Like,
Hey man,
yeah.
it do be like that sometimes. All right.
The cartel will get
he
you.
got
Huh?
he got off easy in my opinion. That's just my opinion.
Damn.
I mean, okay.
All right,
So, what do you say?
What are you saying by
Alright,
that, Ricardo? What are you saying?
No, I'm just saying if I said that, it should have been more ruthless.
Hey,
on the
hey,
guy.
hey,
That
hey.
guy robbed glory, bro.
we're friends with the cartel, guys. Like,
They should have grabbed they should have grabbed the vuvuzelas and just beat this guy up.
No, but see, Ricardo,
Unforgivable.
see, here's the thing. If that was a Nigerian and so forth, your life is finished. Like, it's finished.
You saw what happened
It's-
at the end of
it's
the
finished.
Ghana and Nigeria game, and at the end of the
Oh, yeah,
bro,
yeah.
they rushed
Trashed
the
the whole
field.
stadium.
They trashed
Trashed
the
the
whole
whole
stadium.
No. Yes, I told you, like,
Uh,
I have unfollowed everything Nigerian on Instagram. The only people I still follow are Aki and Popo, the guys that I put in everything. Apart from Aki and Popo, every Super Eagle thing, Nigeria thing, I've unfollowed them. I told you, I'm done with those clans. Oh,
You
so
know-
talk to me.
Yeah,
Do
go ahead,
you take Gyan and come to Yasin?
Well, I mean, I don't know where this guy is playing. Isn't he retired?
No, he's retired. He's retired.
Okay, yeah. Well, then no. Why are you taking retired players to a World Cup? That's
Oh,
stupid.
so hold on. Let me
The
make
last
that
dance, the last
Oh,
dance,
so,
the last dance.
thank
This
you.
guy's not Zidane. Eh? This
Also,
is
Sona, hold
Gyan.
up. Also, Sona, hold up. He says that give me 3-4 months rigorous training. I will prove to you my fitness and then make a decision. Also, now that's fair.
That sounds like Salah HH asking for Madrid. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
No, but this is different. It's a World Cup. Also, come on. Come on.
I think what's more
Also,
likely
just
to
the
happen.
squad. Just the
is
squad.
that-
The squad.
What's more likely to happen is that he gets a chance if 3 yards out and misses it. That's more likely to happen than him scoring a goal. So
Or he gets injured whilst warming up.
yeah, or he misses another penalty. So I think that match is. I think it's better for Ghana if they play with their best team, their team that plays their best football, not having to fit in a 36-year-old who doesn't fit the way that they want to play, right? So I think I've not been following Gyan since he was. Didn't this guy play for Juventus or something like that? Or so. Like I've not been following him since then, so I don't really know where he is. I don't know if he's been playing good football. Maybe if he was still playing good football before he retired, you could consider
He's
it.
a
But
pundit in Africa. On Super Sports,
Okay.
he's a pundit.
yeah, and so basically, I don't think you should be taking a retired player. He's not Zidane. If you're not like. This is not a player that is like ridiculously good on the ball. This is just a player that you want to put up front just for memes, all right? This is not a serious consideration.
Okay, also, so now, okay, call me a hopeless football poetic dude, man, but they play Uruguay last game in our group. They could still be in contention. Give him the chance to exercise the demons, man.
Why?
But why? Yeah, I mean,
Why?
yeah.
You're giving yourself less of a chance to win. What? Like, it makes no sense as a manager to pick that guy. Just logically, it makes no sense.
But it's
So-
He's the
also,
same age as the manager. HH.
Okay. Yes, what are you saying? Yes, what are you saying?
but just to answer, Osuna, just to add up to what Osuna just said, that the last line, does it really make sense to take Jordan Ayew? But I mean, he's going to beat anyways.
Hey, dude.
Anyway,
Jordan Ayew is looking good for Crystal Palace this season, or that guy's looking quality for some kind of
that
reason.
guy's a bum. Okay, I'm not gonna get
He
it. I'm
actually
not
looks
gonna
like he has a first touch this season. He actually looks like he has his first touch.
I'd rather have Andre, but it is what it is. Okay. I mean, for me, because the thing is, HH is like, okay, from what I have remembered from 2010,
Man, how
from
can
what I
you
remember,
miss that penalty, man?
no, but HH, from what I remember from that,
Who, Mbappe?
people hated
That's
Andre.
Mount does it a lot.
The thing is, the anger was not more towards Gyan. It was more towards Suarez. People like that's what I remember. I remember people hated Suarez. Like,
which is stupid. Yes, yeah, which is stupid.
Because the thing is, like, and I agree with you. He did get off. Like, he got off on that. Like, let's be real. He really got off on that. People, the hate was on Suarez more than it was on the guy who missed the penalty. Let's be real out here. Like,
No, but it makes sense. The thing is, I think the reason why the hate wasn't on the players because we didn't expect them to even get that far.
Yeah.
Right. So whatever they done, every round they progressed was actually a bonus because no African team had gotten to that stage initially.
No, I think they had. I didn't. Who was the
Cameroon?
guy?
Was it
No,
Cameroon?
they
Yes,
was
Cameroon.
no African team.
with where?
Cameroon.
Yeah, no, African.
Miller in 90. I'm pretty sure Cameroon was
They
just
didn't get to the quarters. They were
They
the
didn't get to-
first African team to get to the quarters.
But HH.
Yeah. No African teams ever
Yes,
made the semifinals.
they were. Yes, first, and then Senegal did it.
When did
In
Senegal do it?
02, Senegal
Oh,
got to
nice.
the round of 16.
Yeah, they got to the round of
No, Senegal got
Korea,
to the
Japan.
quarters. Senegal beat Sweden in round of 16 in also, and then they lost to Turkey in the quarters.
Well, okay.
Yes, Senegal streets.
Also, Cameroon was
Senegal
in the
got to the
quarterfinals of
quarters in order
1990.
because Senegal beat
I think
Sweden.
Senegal was the second closest. Senegal, because I know Senegal. Yeah, that's 02 when.
No, I'm looking at
Alhaji
1990.
Diouf was on fire.
I'm looking at
Diouf-
1990, and
Diouf-
Cameroon
yeah.
was here.
You know, quick thing about Cameroon. When Cameroon was good, and it was weird because like it's funny. Like when my dad came to America when he went to America for the first time, they call him the Cameroonian because because Cameroon was like it was a time when Cameroon actually did well in the World Cup.
When the song was the captain.
So because so every black person they saw, for anyone from Africa, they called him the Cameroonian. America was weird back then. Anyways, but no, HH, I will not take him because HH, you have to have a competitive team. I understand the storyline, I understand all that, but HH, this is put that aside. As far as even going to the World Cup, I don't know.
Yes, yeah. Darwin, you're leading the line with Charles Darwin.
Okay, HH, you say that. Please tell me what club he's playing for, Luis Suarez. Please tell me. You can't tell me.
Yes,
I don't know where he is.
Yes, yeah.
Where is that
Even if
dude?
Cannibal Suarez
Yes,
is playing for
Where is
Lucifer's
he?
rejects,
Nah,
he is still going to be. He's still a better option than that
man.
dude who just headbutted.
Lucifer's rejects. What?
Yes, yes.
Nacional is a bigger club than United, by the way. Just want to make that clear.
Listen
Shout out to
here.
Nacional.
Listen here.
Shout out to
You would say they're bigger
I'm
than-
sorry. I'm sorry. I'm
No,
sorry.
no,
Yes,
no,
yeah,
no,
I'm
but no,
sorry.
no,
Okay. So let me ask the uncomfortable question. Since we're on the World Cup, I'll take the dubs. Does an African team make it out of the groups?
Yeah, of course.
Senegal, hopefully.
Senegal isn't doing shit.
No
Qatar
way.
and
Yeah,
Netherlands are making
Senegal-
out of that group.
Senegal has to make.
No. I watched Senegal against a shitty Egypt, bro, and they couldn't convincingly beat them.
But then,
Egypt
Don,
team.
Okay. Smoke. As a fellow African, does any African team make it out of the groups?
you know,
Smoke, be honest, man. Be honest, man.
No, let me answer you. I felt as if the best period for Africa was when we had that strong Super Eagles team, Ivory Coast team, and when Egypt had Abu Trika. I don't know if you remember Abu Trika.
Yeah.
That was Africa at its peak, and if they couldn't do anything, my guy, right?
you know the team that always disappointed me. Don Smoke?
But Smoke, see, basically, 90s, that period in the 90s of that Cameroon team, Super Eagles.
Yeah.
Africa's never had a team as good as that Super Eagles and that Cameroon team. Like Senegal, okay, they're cool, but that Super Eagles team and that Cameroon team.
Why did Weah have to be from Liberia?
Sorry,
man?
Ivory Coast. And Smoke, did you think about Ivory
Ivory
Coast?
Coast as well.
They're disappointing.
No. Yes, let's
No.
let's be real. Those were two tough groups, bro.
Yeah.
Exactly.
2006, Netherlands, and this is peak Netherlands and Argentina with Saviola, freaking Riquelme, and so forth. It's bro, you're going up against Netherlands and a strong Netherlands and a strong Argentina. That was tough.
Yeah, but 2014 they had no excuse. 2014 Greece, really? Greece?
No. But Osuna, my point is 2014.
When they
they'd
were
already
good, yeah.
06, they were at their prime. They were right at their prime, and they were right.
bro.
I remember 06, they made the AFCON final.
2010 was their last World Cup, bro.
That was
So you telling me Africa has no hope?
Well, why we aren't
I've
speaking
seen
on
it.
why are we not speaking on your North American brothers of Morocco?
But it's France, HH. You forgot France.
Yeah.
No,
Are they not
American.
Are
No,
they
no,
not?
no,
Are
no.
they not African enough?
No. Let's go. I'm saying, whether I'm not sure in African team, because I've seen the groups, whether it be Morocco, whether it be Senegal, whether it be anybody.
Nah.
The best chance is Senegal, but here's my thing though, guys.
Qatar tax.
Qatar making the semis.
Qatar is not doing
But
anything.
you know, Riz, HH, I think it has to do with
we're not
the,
having a South Korea situation, man.
Yes,
I think, yeah.
yes, we are.
No,
Yes,
we're
we are.
Could be worse, or
But
we,
I think
we've seen
what
another
it
20
is,
minutes not being broadcasted.
Guys, I think what it is like the AFCON. I think the AFCON, you know, I'm not gonna lie to you. Shout out to the AFCON. Shout out to Africa, but the AFCON was not, at times it was a hard watch, guys. I'm not gonna lie to you.
No,
It was a hard watch.
No,
It was-
Yes,
it
we
just-
just told you.
was so fun.
African strongest period, bro. When those three African teams were playing, it was like watching the Euros, because most of those players were actually
yeah.
European players.
Yeah.
You'd have like a squad from the keeper, from the bench. They all play Champions League, bro. So when they play each other, it's quality football. Whereby now you have maybe a team, a guy from RB Leipzig who's a star. Who's the star of the team?
Yeah, no.
Leipzig.
Because again, like,
From
look at, okay, I'll take Nigeria for example. Kana Wankwo won the UCL with Ajax.
Yeah,
Finidi
Nacho.
George won the UCL with Ajax. And Setson Babayaro played for Chelsea. Okocha played for PSG when PSG were actually good. So and Amunike went to basketball. Obviously, he got injured. Compared to now, how many African
Hey,
players?
Ian
do you see
Nacho
playing
plays
the
for
best?
a Premier League winning team.
I don't know what it is. I don't know what it's about the streets, but they're saying I am a black hater, an African hater, which I am not. By the way, it's just some banter, man. Y'all call my continent a cartel. Why can't I
Guys,
just have
streets.
some-
I need you to spam Ricardo hates Africa in the streets. Spam
Yeah,
Ricardo
Bro,
hates Africa.
relax.
Spam it,
No, I
spam
don't.
it.
Come on, be
Spam
around,
it.
man.
Out here laughing at us.
No. But look, we have to be. See, I am here to be brutally honest here. 1000%, I want Africa to do well, and I'm fully supporting the African country, and I think it would be great for them to go for. But I have to be realistic.
Nah.
Ghana are not making it out of that group. Now, be clear here, my Ghanaian brothers. I would love for
Wow.
Ghana to make it through, and I'm
This is
fully
I'm a
supporting
Trump
Ghana. This
supporter,
is
man.
like there's
Look
no
what you've
beef
done,
with what
man.
Ghana
Look
did
what
in
you've done.
Nigeria.
Look what you've done, man. I'm a Trump supporter. I hate Africa.
Yeah, where's your mega hat?
HH,
Yeah, where's my
funny
man?
enough, if Nigeria made it, they would have a better chance of actually competing.
Man.
And that's what pissed me off. Because Nigeria had a better team than Ghana. They just didn't play well.
Yeah.
You know,
That's not even-
and see, that's the
true.
frustrating thing. You see, no, Ghana though they are getting a lot of these guys. So we say the Inaki, the Williams brothers as well, and they're trying to
But HH, I don't
get a
like
lot more of
that.
these guys. But still,
HH, you know, one thing I realize is chemistry and like understanding it goes a long way. You know, it's the same thing with like I understand the quality right now. Ghana is not good, but at the same time, it's like the whole Zlatan thing. Like Sweden did well in the last World Cup, then all of a sudden Zlatan wanted to come into Sweden, and it didn't work. HH, it didn't work, man. Like like the chemistry, man.
because you're saying that these guys
What
coming
is
in
this,
will
Yeah,
mess up the balance.
it will mess up completely. Like but then
No, but
it's just the thing. But it does. This is the thing. It's like, would you be surprised if there's like a new 11? Like, would you be surprised? Like,
No, but HH, guys, if we are honest, the 2018 World Cup was just a weird World Cup, man.
yeah.
The top nations didn't really play very well, bro. That's why Russia, hence I'm saying, so
Well,
that's
Don,
why I don't even.
But Don, at least France won, man. That's like half a star for Africa. Like the whole team. Like that.
But that's
Ricardo,
for something.
yeah.
They
This
count for
Ricardo,
something,
you,
bro.
no, Ricardo, you can't change this. We know what you are. We know what you are. Accept what you are. Talk
Relax, man.
talk over
Yeah,
the hater. Talk over the
I'm saying,
hater.
so because of that, that's why I don't really consider that whole street. No. I, even in quality, I just felt like a lot of teams were just off. That whereby this year, bro, I don't really expect many dark horses like some low team. Teams will get spanked once again, bro. It's gonna be like the previous World Cup, whereby when you're a small nation, they're gonna spank. I don't even remember was it Honduras during the 2014 World Cup,
Oh yeah.
where they were just getting spanked left, right, and I expect that.
Yeah. I mean, no, like it's, but I ask you again. Do you see any African team make this through the
Nah.
groups?
Unfortunately,
man,
we just
yes.
need to fill in numbers. Man.
Maybe
Why,
Tunisia.
wait, hold on. Why do I have more faith in the African teams than the actual African?
Because you're trying to
people?
make up for your hate.
No,
Yeah,
bro,
yeah, make it up for your hate.
No, I
Make it up for
didn't.
your
No. I said it from the start that Senegal are making it out of the group.
I
Senegal
hope.
make it out of the-
Oh,
they'll
I
make
hope.
they'll make quarters. Trust me, they'll make quarters.
So
okay,
you're telling me there's
Morocco
no
might
one.
do something too.
So tell me, there's no one that looks like me that's going to be representing us in the knockout stage. You telling me?
Yeah, man. East
Like,
Africa.
other than France, and you know.
No.
Hey, the
Yes, no,
Netherlands
see-
have some. Oh, okay,
No. So yes, I am claiming that World Cup is a Euro-African World Cup.
yes.
It is a union of Euro and Africa.
So when I say it, I'm the bad guy.
Euro-Africa,
going-
Euro-Africa
It's
stand
because you
up.
wear the
Euro-Africa
French
stand up,
jersey.
man.
Hey,
What?
look, this guy
Yeah.
is Algerian, man. This guy's Algerian.
Actually, I figured out someone was Nigerian. Who was
I'm
it?
repping
Like,
an African.
was it
player.
who? Someone that played.
No, there was a Nigerian Frank Lampard that plays for Brentford.
Bro,
Look.
you know, like
Okay, wait, let's take this do business. So shout out to your boy Elsie. Pep's de-bleaching one city, the net spend battle. Okay, let's not expand upon that. Let's just keep
No,
it going.
it's not
Rodrigo-
de-bleaching. It's just bleaching because if you're de-bleaching, that means you're getting rid of the
Eze
whites.
is a baller. Should he play for Nigeria? Rodrigo, I am not discussing Nigeria until 2023. So don't ask me anything relating to the super losers until January 1st, 2023. I'm basically just don't. I'm not answering or talking about them.
Super losers.
Elsie,
so. Mbappe's dad is from Cameroon. Oh my god.
Casey, if Man U somehow beats Liverpool, they're ahead of them. Yeah, 3-2. But let's be real. Okay, do you see United beating
That's
Liverpool
not
next week?
happening.
Yeah.
If that happens, Liverpool
you know
are
what?
in crisis.
This is the first time I've. You know what? I condone cheating. Did you guys know that? I condone paying the referees. At this point, you just pay the referees. You're not going to spend any money on transfers, right? Take the money, give it to whoever is Michael
Anthony
Oliver.
Taylor.
Michael Oliver, and
Taylor.
whoever it is, give it to him. 3 red cards, 2 penalties. Let's do this, man.
Bro, you guys still probably wouldn't win with 3 penalties and 2 red cards.
United fans apologize to Uncle Mo. Foster Home United, bro.
Relax,
Yes, yeah.
relax.
Who is the last manager who has won a trophy for you guys?
Does that even count though?
Eric Ten.
Yeah, of course it does.
Eric Ten.
Well, we're doing the
Bangkok
Europa League.
Cup.
Come
But
on.
HH, we live in a society that people don't care. People don't. It's all about like how you say things, you know. Like people, it's like he had the right message, but you know how Aaron Kumu is. He said it in a very condescending and arrogant way, and people hated that. He said football heritage.
Shout out to your boy Low. LL, Man City and Liverpool had the last 5 years. The next 5 is ours. Mo is an Arsenal fan, guys. Mo is an Arsenal fan. Let me okay, Mo is an Arsenal fan.
Love the confidence, man.
Simar Singh, Pep can't do it in a cold night in Stoke. How about that? Media didn't know this. The Stoke is now playing tiki-taka. Yeah, look, the world has changed from a cold night to Stoke, man. David C. Until Pep wins a treble in England, Fergie is the GOAT.
Factos.
No, treble soon come. Treble
Factos.
soon
Where
come.
is Pep's treble in Spain?
Oh, no.
Sorry?
09.
No, where's
wanna
sorry,
see-
not
you wanna
Pep,
see-
not Pep.
No. Sorry. Fergie's treble in Spain.
Treble in Spain.
Yeah, see, David, it doesn't make sense because Pep has won a
Exactly,
treble
makes
in
sense,
Spain. So, and also,
Also, who's
here's the key thing. Has Fergie ever won all 3 of those English trophies in the season? No. That's something.
Okay, that
Pep-
Domestic treble. Domestic treble.
nobody
Domestic
cares.
treble.
Domestic treble.
Domestic treble.
It's still
Well,
something.
We've also won a domestic treble, dude. So
Yeah. Alps. If Pep extends, we legit about to see 6 in a row. It's going to be scary hours, man. Bran, I know the problem. Liverpool never score from the
That's
midfield.
true.
Bro, you've got Milderson in midfield. How are you going to do anything with freaking Milderson in midfield?
It's-
Come on.
also-
Konate was their highest scorers after the attackers. Konate. was
Also-
the highest
also
scorer.
Their
HH,
mid is
though.
mid.
Also, HH, people don't. It's weird though. Like it's I'm gonna say something, and people will probably not agree with me, but it actually, like, if you look deeper in it, it's true.
Nobody's gonna agree with you.
They miss Genie.
Oh my
They
god.
miss Ronaldo, bro. They miss Genie Ronaldo.
No,
So
they
far-
don't.
Did we
you
drop a
are
brick?
never injured.
Actually, Casey, 2010 best World Cup. Robin was denied by the guy who took drugs in Casillas, and Iniesta scored against a 10-man
Hey, yes,
Holland.
I go like that was a legend. I'm
yeah.
That guy was offside.
Casey, I need
I'm
Ghana
shocked.
and Uruguay to knock out Botox. Portugal are making it to the groups. Portugal, it's real. It's Portugal.
Can we talk about how
Hold on.
overrated the Portuguese
Is
national
South
team
Korea in that group?
Yep.
Yeah.
Nothing. We're doing that.
Sunrise in
Those
the
guys
east.
running, they don't get
Bro,
time. And it's gonna be hot.
the sun is rising in 4th place.
All I'm saying.
Oh no. Listen, bro, South Korea.
Those guys
Uruguay,
are
Our
running.
team is
Uruguay are
trash.
finishing first. Uruguay are finishing first in that group.
Yeah.
No, Portugal top the group.
No, it's Uruguay.
No.
What's up with
Portugal.
Portugal?
You can never trust Portugal, man.
But
You
wait,
know,
hold on.
hold on. Because do you know if that happens, we can't have a Messi Cristiano final. The only way we can have a final is
Hey,
if,
relax. If Messi gets second in his group,
But his group is
have you seen
easy,
Argentina's
bro.
group? They're getting first. Like they both need to finish first for them to now meet in the final.
Especially all the shit talking Lewandowski. is doing.
H-
Messi's
H-
gonna
Messi-
beat him.
but Messi has no excuse. Messi actually has a squad now. He has a good balanced squad, bro. He has no excuse.
Ricardo, are you saying Charles Darwin will power Uruguay to the first position?
Charles, I was making cameo appearances.
No,
Charles Darwin,
Uruguay-
Fede Valverde, what are these pace and power merchants?
You know.
They can't go in there. With
No,
Charles
Uruguay are
Darwin.
literally pace and power. That's literally...
Yeah,
Do you
they
guys
are.
know? Do you guys know ESPN FC? They have a pundit named Luis. Was it Luis Enrique? He used to play
His
for
name is not
Liverpool.
Luis Enrique.
No, was it Luis? Luis.
You
is
said
it Lu-
as a coach.
Oh, is it Luis Garcia?
Yes, Luis
Luis
Garcia.
Oh, Luis Garcia.
Yeah.
Luis Garcia.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he played for Liverpool and Barcelona. That guy is so biased. It's ridiculous. The guy, when Liverpool signed Darwin Núñez, talked about he's unbelievable. He's unbelievable.
Bro, it's like Steve Nicol. I never heard Steve Nicol give.
Unbelievable
Oh.
player.
Steve Nicol is the trashiest, most biased analyst I've ever seen in my life. Like, bro, the guys. I mean, come on.
Bro, that guy
H-
speaks
do you
shepherd
know-
pie.
Did you know yesterday Klopp was saying that it felt like there was a witch. Mentioning them. God,
He said that.
Klopp.
He said that. He said Juju.
Yeah, he blamed
Juju.
Klopp.
Now
He literally
we're
played-
now going to Juju now.
So first the grass is dry and now there's Juju. Okay then.
Wait, what we're gonna say? Yeah, DM me, bro. DM me on Twitter, bro.
Yeah,
DM me, bro. Miguel Rabines. Anyone remember? Yes, as I said. And do you know what happened? So when the thing
I have
happened
my
to
own
Escobar,
Escobar
so
here.
yeah, like whenever we used to play in Nigeria, like in school and so forth, anytime someone scored an own goal, people would go Escobar scored, and Escobar was going to score an own goal in Nigeria. That's how it was doing about. It was crazy. LC, Ayu looks better than father of modern biology. Darwin, Charles Darwin. yeah, but an Asian team has reached a semi.
I mean, these are facts. These are facts.
Are we saying
These are facts.
Are we saying Asian
Was it not
football is
02? Was it
superior to
not the
African
02
football?
Korea Japan World Cup?
No, you see now.
I think it was 02 years.
You don't know Osuna.
Mm-hmm.
That's Italy and Spain game. Okay, fine. Okay.
What's the furthest a North American team has made it?
I'm pretty sure it was round of
Quarters.
16.
What wasn't it USA?
No.
When-
America
when-
made
when-
the quarters in 02. They beat.
Oh,
Remember, they
did
beat
they?
Portugal. They made the quarters.
Oh
in 02.
yeah.
So
Oh no,
you-
America made the semis in the first World Cup. America made the semis in the first World Cup in 1930.
With like 4 teams.
13.
Okay, so
13.
wait, are you
What,
telling me?
2014?
Are you telling me
When
that?
Donovan was bowling for them, was it
Bring Ricardo,
2014?
watch him out. Ricardo,
Are
watch
you
him.
telling me that Africa is going to be the last continent to make
Whoa,
this?
So if Christian Pulisic leaves America,
Guys, spam Ricardo is anti-Africa, please.
Come
Yes,
on,
what do you say?
man. That's where life
if
started.
Christian
That's where
Pulisic-
humans came from. You can't be last. You
if
gotta be
Christian
first.
Pulisic leaves America to a World Cup, what you trying to say?
The talk. I'm blaming.
This, I'm saying Casey. Algeria almost knocked out Germany, but Neuer.
Yeah.
Look, Germany had that game on lock.
No. 18, that was no. 18
Yeah,
Algeria.
Germany had that game on lock.
Algeria outplayed Germany that game. I'm telling you, they outplayed
Germany
them.
were always going to win.
Bro,
Germany was going to win. Wait, Casey,
Algeria fasting too.
Ghana.
Fasting.
So Ghana getting BTEC, Williams, Nico is the truth.
Yeah.
Look, we'll see, man. Casey again says CR7 scores a hat trick against Nigeria.
Yeah,
Hashtag
he would
Messi shadow.
discover a new country indeed.
Bro, maybe it's good because if Nigeria took the place of Ghana when that group and Cristiano scores against Nigeria, I'd be pissed. I'd have been pissed.
Oh, man, bro.
Harty Momo. Elon Musk tweets he wants to buy Boychester.
You lying?
That's a lie.
This is
man.
We're gonna
not
get a
true.
Manchester United.
That's a lie,
Tesla
man. Get out of
collab.
here.
You're gonna take all of them to space, man.
Wait,
All the players.
wait, hold on. Let me just see what this
Need to
tweet
play in
is.
the Martian
I think he might have
Premier
said something on Twitter, but it's just a joke.
Yeah, no, this is a
Nah,
lie.
you-
Oh
Even
no
Elon-
way! He I think he said as a joke, but he did say
No,
it.
he
He
said
did
Your
tweet
club is
it.
getting trolled, man.
He said also.
Are
I'm
you
buying Manchester
kidding
United.
me?
You're welcome.
Can I see it?
Yeah, he's trolling. He's trolling. He's trolling.
Obviously, he's trolling. Like,
Hey,
he's
change.
not gonna...
That guy is a winner. The guy is a winner. The guy is a
trolling.
winner.
Wait
I
till
mean,
he
look,
actually-
he's trolling.
No, you gotta wait till he deals with Goat Ronaldo.
I'm buying a Tesla. I am buying a Tesla phone. I'm buying everything.
Yeah, he's trolling. He's
Hey,
trolling.
HH,
I'm buying a
where
Tesla
are your
home.
Lakers souvenirs? Where are your Lakers souvenirs?
Lakers souvenirs.
Yeah.
HH, you're gonna.
How do you mean the Lakers souvenirs?
Tabby!
HH.
No.
Elon Musk-
Todd B has left the building. Unless I get Nene. Todd B has left the building. Man.
No,
Wow.
the money he will put on Old Trafford to renovate is to turn into a spaceship. HH, we're
He's gonna fly this fan base right to Mars.
let's go. Musk.
Bro,
Hey,
their heads are already
hey,
there.
Hey.
Yes,
Where they'll
you're
bring
bad,
their
man.
bodies.
Yes, yeah, you're bad, but like Elon Musk ain't buying those dudes, man. You're bad, but you're completely bad. Shout out to your
That'd be
boy
crazy, though.
Toby Olekere, who says, until local leagues gets better, African football will never improve. Meaning, until the economy gets better, Nigerian local leagues used to be very attractive. Toby,
Sorry,
it
when
goes
did you
deeper
change
than
your
that.
name? Why are you super chatting?
No,
HH, let me tell you a fun fact. There's a local league here, right? Where the man of the match wins a data bundle. Right.
Wow.
Hey, play well, you get 1 month free data. 1 month free.
No, it's not even 1 month, bro. It's like maybe 2 to 5 gigs. Like you just win it. And that's so, bro. You're not winning the World Cup. That, bro.
No, man. It do be like that. I've seen pictures. I've seen pictures in like South America in those lower leagues. The man of the match got like a loaf of bread or something, and like some rice or some shit.
Bro, hey, the Brick Academy, yeah? The Brick Academy
Oh,
might as well,
man.
the Brick Academy diet.
But you can imagine, bro. That's the stage, bro, of the league, of some leagues here, bro.
Oh no, but Toby, my thing though is that it goes back. It's about basically. Do you know what the answer is? Okay, local leagues, infrastructure, better coaching. Cool. France. If our best individual talents are going to go to England, go to Belgium, go to France, how do you expect us to compete? You see, back in the 90s or the 2000s, hey, we all kept everyone. What you're now seeing is a massive push of all of these guys are saying the best chance, I got a better chance to have a life in Europe and have a better chance to really play at the World Cup and so forth if I play for a European side due to the disorganization, the malpractice and so forth of these African teams. So, bro, you could have Pogba, Kante, Matuidi, all playing for Guinea and so forth and everything, but you could have Lukaku and so forth playing for Congo. But the issue is that they just believe that, hey, the best chance for us to succeed is if we go to Africa. So basically, guys, I'm sorry, an African...
Does Lukaku start for Congo?
Bro, we don't
Yes.
have, bro, like by default. It's not like because it's good, it's just by default.
Doesn't
I think it was
Bolasie
only,
does?
I think it's only Egypt who used to keep the local talent. Because
Yes.
there was a time whereby Egypt had stars, but all of them played within the country. Hence, you have like Al Ahly and all those teams, Zamalek, they would go far in the what you call continental cups because they had all their best stars. I think it's only like Mo Salah and only recently of late that they bright prospects go to Europe. Before that, their best stars, all of them, they local
Oh, that's why
players.
the Egyptian teams were always the best in the continental cup.
Yes.
Okay.
So because they had the chemistry and so forth.
But also,
what's
HH, I forgot to mention. Didn't something happen with who was it, Naby Keita, where he was stuck in his country?
Oh yeah. There was some political stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, like that. See, that's the thing. It's like that stuff that can happen, and
Yeah.
like it can just happen anytime. And it's like, I mean,
All right, Casey. Relax, guys. Egyptian league is still very good.
Yeah.
Casey again says, Sid Lowe said Almeria Sadiq was better than
No, that guy,
Nunes.
the Brentford striker, or no, not the Almeria striker.
Almeria, yeah. Sadiq Umar. Again,
he
Casey,
had-
I'm not
Just sneaky,
speaking
man.
about
It's not
anything
strategy.
Nigerian since till 2023. So
Just
Casey again says,
Yeah,
but
no, they are what the super what?
super losers. But they aren't your born and bred in Europe, man. Your boy Toby again. African leagues are opposites of the Chinese league. No talent, lots of investments.
that's not true.
No, all talent, no investment.
Yeah, like there's no investment, no infrastructure. It just
Yeah. No, I mean
Yeah.
that's no because like, but see the issue is that like you have to create a good reason as to why that quality African player will want to play for their country. Because even if you do the coaches and everything, but whenever they go, you mess around, players that aren't paid, hotels, and there are issues with hotels and everything. And then what's the point? So because a lot of guys say, I can't deal with that headache. I'd rather roll with a France, a Belgium, or so forth. And here's the key thing: why am I going to have issues that Alaba didn't choose Nigeria? He grew up in Austria, spent most of his life in Austria. He probably is more accustomed to Austrian culture than Nigerian culture. So why should I now hate on him for not choosing to play for Austria when he's lived most of his formative years in Austria than Nigeria?
He's also a Filipino, so it kind of
Yeah.
There we go.
Hey,
No,
you know
but
what you
but come on. I mean, it's okay. Let's be
No, but
real.
it's
between Nigeria or
No, but I'm saying with the logic that Africans could use or Nigeria could use, he's Nigerian, right?
yeah. Half
The
Nigeria.
same logic could be applied to the Philippines, whatever national team they have.
But are you gonna win anything with Philippines, bro? Like,
But that's the
Are
thing,
you-
Dom.
no, but
Like-
no, the logic is still the same. So
but
easier playing for Austria.
Ricardo, you're expecting players, elite level players that in their whole life they've been in a high value competition to play. I love my country, but I also want to be competitive. Like I also want to compete. I
it's
also
not
want
even
to.
competitiveness. Can I say this right? Because we've experienced this, right? I respect any player who's played for Europe and comes to play for the country. No, not even from a organizational and setup level, bro. The level of organization and corruption here is crazy, bro. Like FIFA can give your country money, the FA money, and when it's time to travel, there's no flight tickets. There's no this. There's no money to book hotels. There's no bro. Like
on a smoke. Remember, like that's why people used to attack when say like when they said that FIFA said that they want to try and expand the World Cup and they want to try and give more money. Say relax, don't just give that money to this. Let me know exactly where that money is going into, because that money is going straight into the pockets of this dude, and they say, "Oh, look, yes, I know. Don't worry, we'll do it because that money. You have to make sure that money is accounted for." Smoke, Smoke. I'm not lying.
Smoke. There's so many instances whereby, like an Eto has to remove money from his own pocket to pay the flight for the team, to pay the hotel. Bro,
whatever that video that came out, I don't know if it was Nigeria, I don't know what country it was, but the guy was in the parliament and the guy is questioning him about where to get the money, and the guy is he fake passed out. Yo,
guys, no, hold up. 2014. There was issues. You see, I don't know why I'm exposing my content at this, but I'm sure Ricardo likes this and I'm so forth.
But
no,
it's every African country though.
No. There was a video where I think Ghana were because they were not getting paid. And they had a secret thing, and I think a guy had a pile of money and he basically kissed it. He basically kissed the pile of money in cash in hand. Look, as I said again, but but we must hope for the
AJ,
best for our continent.
Would you play for the
AJ.
Three
No,
Lions?
Ricardo, shut up, shut up, Ricardo, shut up. Ricardo, I said shut up.
No, wait,
We
wait.
must hope for the best for Africa,
Would
and
you
I
play
still
for the
hope that
Super
we can
Losers?
go for the World Cup.
No, HH, do you remember? Well, any of you guys? You guys remember? This was actually recent when Ener Valencia, he like scored, and then he like he faked an injury because the police went to go arrest him in the middle of a game.
What?
He was dodging child support. He just dipped. He faked an injury. He dipped.
I remember
Yo.
that. I remember
When
that.
was
I remember
this?
Yeah, in the
I
middle of the
remember
game.
I remember that.
It was
I
in the
remember
middle of
that,
a
yes.
qualifier, I think. Oh,
I
it's
remember. No,
so
I
funny.
fully remember because I think it was something to do with a girl or
Child-
girls or something.
Yeah, I think it was a child support thing. Like,
Yes,
he
yes.
wasn't paying child
He
support.
missed out child support stuff, and then he faked the injury to pretty much escape because the police were waiting for him in the stadium.
Yeah, he
So
literally-
they took him and he basically ran out the back.
No, that's right. He scored. He's like, all right, I'm out.
What's it
What
called?
country was this, Ricardo, again?
Ecuador.
He
Ecuador.
was from Colombia.
Ecuador.
Also-
No,
also-
Ecuador.
Guys,
Okay,
you know what's
okay,
wild
okay,
though?
yeah.
You know what's wild? Like we used to talk about that. Whenever the crazy scenario that happened between the Brazilian and Argentinian team, where like we would just, whenever that game, guys, we were just watching the game. All we see is people getting arrested in the end.
Wait, what?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Bro,
To be honest, guys, I feel as if South America has the same vibe as Africa.
Bro, they
Was
did,
corruption
bro. It's
corrupt,
so
bro?
funny.
Like,
Oh no.
Bro.
What's
So
it called?
funny.
Like I think didn't like
That's
there
why-
were times when I think Messi had to even pay
Yeah, security.
he paid security and basically he had to. I think because the Argentine worker Messi had to basically use money out of his own pocket to sort of like pay for different
Yeah.
things because the Argentine FA were messing up.
No,
Yeah.
Casey says you're missing. No, look, see, here's my thing though. For sure, the European teams can get better, but this is the key thing. World Cup is about this is Brazil style, this is South Korea style, this is Nigeria style. The issue that African teams had afterwards is Africans were not trying to play like Europe. You can't beat Europe at their game. Clemens Westerhoff, our coach, he's Dutch, but he had a Nigerian wife. So he was fully embedded in Nigerian culture. Because I remember even sitting next to his wife at the plane. So even if he was Dutch, he'd lived in Nigeria for so long. Embedded into the culture, he understood how to play the game and everything. What do you guys say?
Was that a true statement, HH?
This
Were you
guy-
asking?
You sat next to his
You were
wife.
sitting next to his wife, like
Yeah.
that? Really?
It's my
No. Like on the plane, randomly, I sat next to his wife.
How does that randomly happen to you, HH? Like, how does
It
that
was
happen?
random. It was random.
Haven't you been to Africa, Yasser?
Yeah.
Oh, I was in the same plane as Tyler once.
No, actually, Don, I've
Anyway,
never
that's
been
cool.
to Africa, bro. I've never met
it's
the
just a random
motherland.
person.
Yeah, it makes sense, bro. Yeah,
Yeah,
you can
I've
sit next to
never-
people, bro. Doesn't mean anything.
Sorry, Mo says HHL Chiringuito TV is saying Aubameyang is better than Lewandowski.
TikTok.
Yeah, I mean, nah. Let's not. But here's look. Run that agenda, but please just bring Aubameyang to us. That's all I ask. Just
Bro,
bring
those Barca
Aubameyang to us.
guys at Chiringuito, they don't know anything.
The guy, the Chiringuito guys, bro, is
a
hilarious.
club.
It's
They're
hilarious.
dumb. They're all
Whenever,
dumb.
Ricardo, whenever when Messi was leaving, you remember what they did? How can he leave? It was insane. The guy was just going crazy.
No, those guys are so cringe and they're so dumb at the same time. It's crazy.
Natsa. So we'll be out of here. So last few dubs, guys, and we have to be out of here. Last few dubs. So please don't say that you know what the dubs. We're out of here right now. Natsa. Dr. Uma would say Alaba is full brak. If you know, you know. Shout out to Uma. Casey. R9 could have played for Portugal. Messi for Italy. Could I not play for Portugal? I don't know about that. I don't know. I know Messi could have played. No, Messi could have played for Spain.
For
No, not
Spain.
Italy.
No,
Yeah,
it-
Italy as well.
Yeah.
Actually, you know who's
How?
a bu-
His grandparents were
My
Italian.
parents are Italian.
Anything, though.
He did have Catalan heritage though through one of his
HH,
grandparents.
you know who's a bum? Diego Costa. Diego Costa was such a bum. He should have played for Brazil instead of Spain.
Bro,
What a
why
bum.
was this guy not playing
No,
for
no, no,
Brazil
no, no,
instead
no,
of
no, no, no,
Fernandinho,
no,
man?
No,
Come
there was a
on.
reason. Well, the reason was stupid because it's like he was stupid. He didn't get picked, so he made himself available. But I think that he just stopped getting picked. So I said,
So
bro,
they chose Fernandinho.
I'm playing really well and so forth. You're not picking me. Screw you. Let me go for Spain. So, Rodrigo Rodgers, will Oceania make a semi before Africa?
Yeah, HH. Let me find out Antarctica makes it before Africa.
At this rate,
Bro,
probably.
Oceania, literally the best team there is New Zealand.
Wait, hold up. Is Oceania? So that's not.
That's Australia and New Zealand.
Australia doesn't actually play in
sorry.
Oceania.
I got confused with CONCACAF. Rodrigo, have some.
Well, Australia doesn't play in.
No, Australia plays in Asia. Australia plays in Asia.
Yeah,
Oh.
Australia is Oceania.
Asia Pacific. Yeah, Asian.
What the hell?
Yeah, no,
I didn't know
look,
that.
nah. See, CONCACAF. See, here's the thing: if America take it seriously, they can potentially win a World Cup.
Yeah.
If they spend 5-6 years of saying, okay, we're not going to take this seriously, and all of you guys from Africa, from South America, from Europe, we're not fully going to embed
you
you.
know how
And
many
I don't
Mexicans are here that
want to
are
make
so
like
good?
soccer a freaking thing for white girls, white blonde girls, and so forth.
HH,
America can say, what's up?
if America really wanted to, they would have got the best Brazilian, the best Argentinian, the best German, all in the same team.
Easily.
You know, like if they wanted to, but they don't. Like
They don't. That's the issue. So last job will be out of here, man. Toby, I disagree. Majority of African players switching are the ones born in foreign countries. European teams cannot go for homegrown talents. But you do realize that you can be born in an African country, live
And go there.
Yeah, live somewhere for several years, reacclimatize, and boom, which is what is happening. What is going to happen is people can find their way to a Belgium and England, spend the 5-10 years, gain citizenship, and boom, they're out there. So
but like,
that can happen.
Because I can give you my example, right? I was born in Zambia. I grew up in South Africa, but I have Congolese parents. I have 3 nationalities.
No
Right.
way.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, so I can pick any of the 3,
damn.
and it happens all over the place like that.
Oh no,
I'll-
I think it's even for me. See, I was born in London, grew up in Nigeria, came through to London, and so forth. They messed me around. No, hold on, They messed me around because that's Margaret Thatcher had to now go through hell to pretty much get this dumbass.
You're telling me the accent is fake. You're telling me the accent is fake.
I don't get it. You're born in London and end up in Nigeria. Normally it's the other way around.
Yeah.
Backward. He's trying to keep that in his life.
That's done.
I don't know what happened.
That is done.
That is done.
No, that is
Nah, he wanted to struggle,
Would you
man.
play for the
That
3
is
Lions or
done.
would you pay for the Super Losers?
That's so messed up. Actually,
Super
that is
losers,
so
super
messed up.
losers,
So you're
super
telling me
I see your inspiration behind
that
that.
is
Like,
so.
you've lived it.
So people like you came back here by choice. My choice. Like,
Yeah,
no, actually, for me though, I was born in Toronto. I'm actually
What the
Canadian.
hell?
Yeah, I'm actually Canadian.
Oh, also you're Canadian.
Yeah.
Okay, so how the hell did you go from Canada to?
Yeah, how'd you downgrade?
So my dad lived in America. My mom lived in Canada. My dad lived in America. My dad was living with my grandfather that was living in America because they were living in Virginia, and that's where we went.
Okay, so you're Somalian,
Yeah.
Canadian, and American.
Yeah, all 3.
Okay, so
Yeah.
if let's say you were amazing, let's say you had the
That's a tough question.
and who would you choose to play
HH.
for? And let's say you were Mon, you were super amazing, you were Mon. So you could either play for Somalia, Canada. I think, and let's say you were really amazing. So you pick
HH.
one team would be dictated.
I would have said I would.
Yo, you see Natsu's comment? You see
That's what the
Natsu's-
fuck?
Yes, yeah. If you deny Africa,
No, but
yes, yeah, I'll judge you.
Somalia qualifying for CAF is done. Forget
Yeah,
them
yeah,
winning
yeah,
it. Them qualifying.
Bro, HH, he's right. He's right. HH, like it's not easy out here, man. It's not easy out here.
Them
man.
even making it into the competition is done. Forget winning
Yeah,
it.
it's not easy out here, man.
Yes, yeah. Pick who do you go for, but yes, yeah, pick and yes, yeah, I will.
Okay, so they're all
I'll judge you.
qualified. If they're all qualified,
He wants to play the
if they're
Somali
all
Pirates,
qualified,
the Somali
it's-
Pirates.
no, if they're all qualified, obviously it's Somalia. But if Somalia doesn't even have a team, if we don't even qualify. Actually, this is a tough question now, bro. Alphonso Davies look nice, and Canada look nice right now. Jonathan Davis, they look nice.
Oh no.
I don't know what to do.
You know that? I think the De Bruyne can play for Burundi. I think it's for Burundi
What?
because
That's
his
done
mom.
as well. They're
Yeah,
winning
he-
CAF.
Yeah,
That
he
guy's-
grew up.
that
I
guy
think
is
he grew up in
orange.
Burundi or something.
Actually,
I think it's even born there.
That guy's
let's
like a
be
Cheeto
honest.
puff.
KDB is like pure, clear. Come on, it's like
Casey,
Burundi.
aren't you technically?
He's a road man. He's a road man.
Technically, but not really. Basically, I have 2 passports. So I have Nigerian passport and a
Oh, so
Queen
you
Lizzie
are an
passport.
Englishman. So you are a Queen Lizzie
Your tea and
merchant.
crumpets.
I told you. No.
Are you
Technically,
England?
Fish and
From
chips
England.
merchant.
no. Put it this way. It is for. So where do you come in? Off the. Let's say a very small
What?
story. Okay,
Wait,
short,
what's your
story.
English name? What's your
Ricardo,
English name? What's your English name?
Ricardo, can you short? Quick story. So me and my friends were going to
Benjamin.
Japan. And this one I knew that, okay, this is when Queen Lizzie tax is real. So we're going to Japan. We land in Japan. So my 3 friends, they go through customs call. So I put down my green passport. The guy looks, can you please wait there? I was like, So I'm seated in this containment area by myself for literally about like an hour and a half. I was like, okay, what's going to happen? So if they find release and they say, yo, bro, like, where were you? Say, they just held me. Because when they just see that green passport, they're like, okay, is this a terrorist? Is this a thing like that? Bro, that red passport, people don't even look twice. They're like, red.
They don't
Boom.
look
So actually,
shit.
so basically, like,
But
so
listen,
like
you
also
put down
like-
that green thing with a lovely crest of Nigeria, the Federal Republic of Nigeria, like, okay, so
Bro, I have
can
the
you please
same
wait here?
with Korea and with the Netherlands. Same thing. Well, it's sort of similar. So similar, not really though.
But not to the same extent.
They don't really think
Yeah.
of it.
You're basically like Osofia in London.
How do you read?
I'm saying, have you watched the movie Osofia in London when he goes?
No.
in, You never watched Osofia in London?
No.
No, so you could put your Nigerian nationality under review. Actually,
You know,
No. Everything is under review for
You
me.
know-
man.
you-
So
you
the
know-
Alp says,
yeah,
what's
go,
this?
go, go.
Basa, Palanca. Look, Alps, man, you're mad, man.
What's this guy?
Yes, last thing before we get out of here,
No,
man. I need to get out of here.
You know what's interesting, right? A lot of my family members, like all over the world, when they come over, they get through like the whole check, quote unquote check. Why? What are you doing here? What blah blah. I've never experienced that, but the only time I ever experienced where some shady stuff was when I went to Sweden. I was visiting, so I have family. So I have an uncle. One of my uncles, he's like guy probably is. He might as well be Italian because he's been living in Italy for God knows how long. He's a doctor in Italy. So I was visiting him, and then from Italy I went to Sweden. When I came off the airport, like the plane in Sweden, they took me to a room. I'm telling you, guys, I am 29 years old. From my 29 years of travel, like all the living, whatever, and been traveling, that has never happened to me till that point. And they literally looked at my passport and they thought it was the most, they looked at it sideways, the American passport. And then I literally had to be like, give me my shit, bro. I literally thought I like, give it to me, bro. What are you doing?
Oh, look, well,
And
let's
they
get
just
out of
let
here.
me go. Yeah.
So, guys, shout out to your boy Ricardo, your boy your boy Yasin. So we'll probably be back here probably Friday for a live show and everything. And look, again,
yeah.
shout out to you guys. So, guys, peace out, stay true, stay real, and Africa.
Yeah.
I do it too.
Ricardo, don't you dare, Ricardo, don't you dare.